Hey, good morning all. I'm gonna have to test on my audio real quick on Guild Wars because it might be too low. So yeah, just give me a minute here. That might be good. We'll see. I'll keep testing it. Anyways, yeah, brand new game. I guess it's not really a brand new game because it's been out for freaking over a decade. But yeah, I'm gonna be playing Guild Wars 1, as they call it, because there is a second Guild Wars, which is it's not even fairly new, but it's the newer one than this one. And yeah, this was one of my... It isn't my first MMORPG that I played a long time ago, but it is one of the first few, I would say. I think I had played probably 3 MMORPGs before Guild Wars came out. Yeah, this is one of the ones that had lasted me a little long. It was about almost 4 years I was playing Guild Wars. And then, yeah, Final Fantasy 14 is the one that kind of, like, stomped over Guild Wars. As far as, like, time played. Man. I think Final Fantasy 14, I was about 8 or 9 years playing that game. Ottersmax, good morning, man. Morning, Ottersmax. But anyways, yeah, so it's got some history in my video gaming career, I guess you would say. It's not really a career, I don't get paid for it. But, yeah, my history of playing video games, Guild Wars is up there. It was one of my most memorable games. But, yeah, this version of Guild Wars is called Guild Wars Reforged. And it's not a remaster. I really was hoping for a remaster. Damn. But, oh well. It's the same game, they just kind of improved the game to be played on like more recent hardware, and you could do that before too, but they kind of improved it a little bit more. And something to do with audio. They also fixed a lot of audio issues, and I guess the big ones that you can play this on Steam Deck now. So yeah, that's the whole Reforged thing that they're talking about. And then they also bundled 3 of the expansions into the $20 price instead of paying it separately, which is pretty nice. Just Eye of the North is missing from there. But yeah, this is one of the characters I had played. So my old account, unfortunately, I fucking lost it. I guess maybe my old email got breached or something. I don't know. But my old account that I had all my characters on it's gone, which is really unfortunate. I think some fucking gold sellers probably ended up getting that account, but I put so much time into that account. It had to be over like 3,000 hours. But this account is the one that's linked to my Guild Wars 2 account, and as you can see, I did play the game. This isn't like recent. This I did play Guild Wars 1. I honestly have no idea. I wish there was a time marker here somewhere on when I created this character in particular. But you can see that I actually did try to play it. But I'm pretty sure this was probably like 4 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago when I created this character. So, we're not going to use that character. We're going to use a new one. I'm going to start fresh. There's also a video that I want to check out later on. It's kind of like the celebration of Guild Wars and Arenanet, precisely. This is celebrating 25 years of Arenanet but it's kind of lengthy. I'm going to wait till later. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this until I get to the point where I'm just kind of fighting stuff. And not really too story driven. And then I'll have it like on the top left or something like that. Just listening through it as I grind through. This is one of the few games that I played that did a really, really good job at balancing PvE and PvP. So PvP is completely balanced differently than PvE. And that's the way all games that do PvP should make their games. Because there's just so many where they try to balance both in the same way with the gear and all that stuff, and it just doesn't work out. It never works out. There's always this sort of tension and animosity between PvEers and PvPers when you do that. When you separate it like this, yeah, it doesn't create that tension. But when you create a PvP only character, you start on max level with all the gear and all the equipment to make it a fair playing field against other PvPers. And yeah, all the abilities are unlocked. It's pretty neat. I like the way they did that, and that's been there since fucking day one of playing this game. But we're gonna do role-playing. Role-playing character. Otter Max, how were you yesterday? And how are you doing today, Otter? Thank you for joining me, man. So these are the 3 versions of the game. The cool thing about this game too is each version you can play by itself. So it started with Prophecies, and then Factions was the second one, and then Nightfall was the third one. But you can choose Factions and literally play the whole Factions campaign just fine. And then let's say you end up buying Prophecies, then you can... There's a spot here in Factions where you can go to Prophecies and play Prophecies. It's fucking wild, man. Like all the stuff that this game was able to do that most games can't do. Like for example, World of Warcraft, you have to have every other expansion. Like you can't singly play just, I don't know, fucking one of the expansions. You have to have the base game and then the expansion. The other great thing about Guild Wars is there's no subscription fees. It's just a one-time purchase and that's it. But yeah, I think the documentary kind of goes over that. So let's just get into it. Yeah, we're gonna start with Prophecies since that's the start. That is the beginning. Who can I play? When I first played this game, I started with a Ranger. My Ranger was called Leona Hart, I think. Yeah. And then after that, I made an Elementalist. It's between Warrior, Ranger, or Elementalist. You know, Ranger was a lot of fun. Because Rangers have like interrupt abilities, so you can stop enemies from doing things. It actually does help out a lot. I'm not gonna do Warrior this time. I love Warrior a lot too. Fuck, there's so many great builds with Warrior. Fuck. Oh, it's so hard to choose, man. Fuck it, we'll just go a Ranger. We'll just go a Ranger. There's a male, female. There's no gender locks in this game. And as you can see, the graphics are pretty dated looking. This is the hair that I had on Leona Hart. I don't think I can spin the character around, can I? No. Oh my god, a new game! Yes, a new old game, Wordwin. A new old game. Go with this one. This is Guild Wars 1, Wordy. That wasn't looking too bad. Might be the best one for me. Yeah. Do that one. Skin color. Between that one and this one. Do that one there. Good morning, Word. Let me know if the audio is, like, if it needs to be louder. Well, I guess maybe once I get in combat, we could probably find out. I always do purple. It's my favorite color. Oh, wait, here's the body scale. You make the characters tall or small. For Ranger, I'm going to do her small. Like, really, really small. For my warrior, I always do very tall warriors. Alright, what can be this one? Your mic is a little quieter than usual. Really? Damn, I didn't change anything. Yeah, the volume is the same. Maybe because I was sitting back in my seat. Huh, could be that. What's your name? There's literally an ability called Savage Shot. Character name is already in use by another player. Fuck. Yep, that's the one that I had. Someone still has my fucking name, dude. That's fucked. That was my name in Guild Wars 1. Ooh, it's gonna be hard to find a unique name that's not taken. Jesus, because everything is pretty much taken. I got one right here. There's no way that's taken. I fucking knew it. Otter win.
The last day dawns on the kingdom of Ascalon. It arrives with no fanfare, no tolling of alarms.
Damn, looks great.
Those who will remember will speak fondly of the warm morning breeze. People carry on with their daily lives, unaware that in a short while, everything they have ever known will come to an end.
Fucking Char, dude. What's that guy's name? King Ruthric? Oh no, Adelbert.
Yes, my lord. These Char are relentless, but we shall hold the wall at all costs.
Yes, my lord.
Take this message to Sir Tydus. Go forth and recruit the strongest, the smartest. Bring to me the bravest in all of Ascalon. Find me the heroes who will lead our kingdom to glory.
As you command, my king.
King Ruthric. If only someone could have resurrected Terra. I know, dude. I don't remember Terra's story. I think mainly because I just skipped it. I don't think it was... I don't remember if it was that... Fuck, I don't even know if it was good. Because I never even listened to it. But I don't know. I know Guild Wars was really good. Alright. Nice. They fucking start you out with an open inventory. That's never changed. That's funny. Party formation, throw that on the side. This UI is really fucking tiny, isn't it? Jesus. I don't remember it being this tiny. Maybe I can change that? Escape doesn't work. Interface size. There we go. Okay. Well, it's larger. Okay, that's too large. Full screen gamma. I don't even know what that is. If only someone could have played Terra from the beginning camp to the first city, so like 30 minutes. Damn. Oh yeah, you can't turn the camera. Okay, I don't remember you being able to use WASD to turn. Maybe that was there. But I would usually, when I was playing, I would do click to move. Felt like it was just more responsive because when you turn your character, see how long it takes to turn the camera? It's not that great. Alright. Excuse me. You're Arterwin, aren't you? I think Sir Tydus was looking for you. He said he had some news for you. Cool. Sharonda Melkire. Shit. Fucking crazy names. There you are, my friend. I am glad you are here. I have news that I think you'll appreciate. I've been looking for you everywhere. Otterwin, the king, has ordered a new offensive against the Char. This is your chance for glory and adventure, but you'll need to know more about your craft before going to the north of the wall. Tell you what, travel to the southwest gate, which will take you to Lakeside County. I'll have Artemis, the ranger, waiting for you outside. She can show you a trick or two. Thank you, Sir Tydus. Cool. There's a little questing up here now. On the top left. That wasn't there before. Interesting. Look at all the fucking players, dude. Holy shit. I was checking on Steam, there was like a few thousand players playing the game. Initially, the first week had like 10,000. I don't think there's anything else here. No, maybe not. Baron Egan. A group of bandits has been terrorizing Lakeside recently. They have grown so bold that they ambushed a rural tax collector and stole a chest full of gold. The gold is vital to our war efforts against the Char, and must be recovered. You look like you could give those bandits a good thrashing. Will you recover the stolen chest and then return it to Devona? Fucking Devona, dude. Shit. That character was hot. I think she was a god in this game. Getting 40 FPS in here. Maybe it's because all the players. I do remember when there was like a lot of people in an instance that, yeah, the game would lag. I knew there was a guy named Prince Rurik. This dude. So it's Adelburn and Rurik. Here's Sin. This is the girl from one of the trailers. What do I look like? The Town Herald? I'm busy. Here's the damn Char, causing a ruckus. Now the game story didn't age well. They are hiring cheap subcontractors and part-timers. They don't have to pay benefits to. Damn. Namar. Alas, I'm behind on my rent, and my landlord, Gelson, has run out of patience with me. I fear I will be out of my home. I'll understand if you'd rather not help. Crichton. Our nations were at war a long time, but I'm not your enemy, and I could really use some assistance. My friend, Miller Upton, lives to the southwest. I know he'll help me if I can get a message to him. If you're going that way, could you tell him of my plight? Certainly. Do it for glory, aka exposure, yes. Holy shit. What the fuck is that? Can I preview her? It's a fucking headless chick. It's a nice outfit, though. I've never seen these outfits before. I wasn't there when I was playing. Huh. Damn, they must have added a bunch of new outfits. Merchant. Okay, cool. Let's head on out. There's Artemis. You might be the aspiring ranger. I was asked to meet. Alright then, let's get started. We'll begin by giving you some hands-on experience with your bow. You should keep in mind that this profession requires a diverse skill set. As a ranger, you'll have an opportunity to learn how to set traps, gain an animal companion, and use natural spirit or rituals to alter the entire battlefield. Sorry, I said spirits, but that's another class. Believe you me, enemies will fear your combinations of range, speed, and toughness. Yes, it's good to be a ranger. True that. That's it. A horde of scale down by the river road has been hunting human prey to feed to their queen. You must put an end to this. If you can get them to flee into the woods, they should lead you right to her. Eliminate the Scale Queen and report back to me. I won't let you down. Cool. I do remember here in this very beginning part of the game, I think there's a quest and an item you can pick up. I think it has to do with Gwen over here. But yeah, there's there are certain items that you get that you can't get after this quest. I love to listen to you read. Yeah. Fucking Lorenzo. You love to listen to me try to read. This is pretty neat. Gwen kind of chases you around and wants to get your attention. My daddy was an adventurer like you. Once he led me on an adventure with... or something like that. I don't know what the fuck she said. Already too fast. There's gonna be a lot of stuff going on with this character. I left my flute by the river, but there are lots of scary monsters there now. I don't know what to do. Can you maybe go and kill them and bring my flute back? Sure, I can do that. Thank you, I can't wait. I know you'll find it. Nice. Gwen and Gwen's flute. I think it's over here. Yeah, at the time, this fucking game's graphics were nuts. Comparatively to World of Warcraft, which was pretty much its competition. This is one of the few games that actually was able to compete with World of Warcraft. Yeah, the casuality of WoW just trumped over this game. Which I still find it funny that people thought that World of Warcraft was hard. I see people playing casual or what do you call that again? Not casual, fucking classic WoW. And they're like, oh yeah, back in the days these were hard games. I was like sitting there going dude, you have no idea, man. You have no idea what was hard. World of Warcraft has always been casual. Always. Try playing an MMORPG where when you die, you lose levels that take you tens to 20s of hours to get. That's hard. So here's a river scale. Fucking running away from me. There's a way to auto attack. I think it was spacebar maybe? Fire staff, nice. I was hard. God dang it, Lorenzo. What was the quest log? It's my attributes. Oh, here it is. Ranger test. Okay. Yeah, there's a broken flute. Oh yeah, it was spacebar. Okay, cool. Or dropping all your gear and having to run back to it and somehow get through the PvPers that killed you to begin with. Yeah. Yep. Sounds like it. Yeah, I think even this game has death penalties, but you don't lose levels. You just lose, you just get weaker. You get weaker, and I think your max HP goes down. Alright, well, we got... the scales have been killed, and we got the flute for Gwen. I first seen this with Gwen, where she just like chases you. It was honestly pretty neat. Pretty adorable. Thank you for finding my flute. Oh no, it's broken. Now I'm going to have to get a new one. Can I follow you? Yes, you may follow me, Gwen. I think I'm going to follow you. We must protect Gwen at all costs. NPCs can die in this game, by the way. Where's that collector? Devour, egg, and belt pouch. You have just obtained a new weapon. Open your inventory by clicking the inventory weapon. Okay. It's not for me though. Huh. Sir Tydus was right. There is something special about you. I have no doubt that you can be entrusted with a few skills. Use them wisely. Haversdan should be here in a moment if you desire further guidance. Cool. Good power shot and troll engine is my weapon. Or abilities. Let's get into position. You're the ranger Sir Tydus was telling me about, aren't you? Well, I imagine he's right that you've got potential. But potential won't save you from Achar's firestorm. Experience will. I suggest you head southwest to Ashford and talk to Devona. She's bound to have a task or two for you. Thank you, I'll take your advice. Come on, Gwen. We got shit to kill. Okay, I think I'm gonna avoid the left side there. I think those bandit fire starters, I think they're higher level than me. There's Lady Althea. Hail and hello. How can this humble Mesmer help you? Lady Althea, at the watering hole southwest of here, you will find a rogue bull. Terrible creature, a menace to everyone. Coming to visit our humble theater, here are some Mesmer spells to assist you. If you dispatch this creature for me, I'd be most grateful. Cool, might help. I think, if you do these quests, like this one, when you complete it, it's not gonna, like, turn you into like a subclass Mesmer. but you will have the option to be able to do it. Because in this game you can have 2 classes. One's your main class, which is obviously Ranger, and then you can have a subclass. Let's see here. Recover ash for a strongbox from bandits. And poor Tenant is up ahead. That was up ahead. I guess we can do this one. The bandit raid. Oh, that's on the other side. Huh. Okay. Very big difference in pace compared to games nowadays. Right? Like games nowadays, it's just speed. Wispy. Go now. Point A to point B. Don't get distracted. Go, go, go. Press fucking spacebar to dash. That's like games nowadays. Drain. Trina Yun. I love the city, but not as much as I love the woods. Regent Valley is wonderful at this time of year. Wilton Pace. I'm just returning home to Ashford from the city. Perhaps we can speak later. Damn. Hamish. It's got a bunch of dye. Grey dye? Oh, small girl's cape. I think you can give that to Gwen for another quest. And she wears it. Jacob's Collector. Okay. These guys are level 0. Oh, here's those bandits. They're level 2. Damn, this is gonna be hard. Level 3. How do you click on him without running towards him? Right click? No. Okay. I gotta be careful because, yeah, you could aggro the whole fucking camp. Like I said, this is one of those traditional MMORPGs, so you attack one and it aggroes all the other shit. Crunch. A longsword. Nice. Oh! My fucking doggo. Level 2. Not enough energy. How much energy does it take? 10? Okay. I can make it. I can make it. Crunch. Ooh, a longbow. Whoop. That spacebar is gonna get me killed. It's you can use spacebar to pick up the loot, or you can use spacebar to attack the enemies. Is that better than mine? Oh, it is actually better. So it's got damage plus 20%. Oh, it's not upgraded though. I think it should be better though. Huh, we'll see. What's good? Hey, how's it going, Hell's Striker? So far, so good. Just starting out my adventure on Guild Wars. My re-adventure. You want a teammate that can make a new tune and run with you? Sure, if you don't, because I'm going to be taking it kind of casually, so you don't mind us going like at a slow pace. It's up to you. Massive honeycomb, alright. All day long we return the stone and grind the wheat. Just turn the stone and grind the wheat. Just once I'd like there to be a little excitement in my life. So what is it you want? I'm sorry, I really can't worry about helping Namar until I get rid of these damnable bees. You can give me a hand? Take one of the honeycombs lying on the ground and use it to lure the bees across the bridge. If you lure those three swarms of bees away, I'll be able to think straight again. Cool. Miller Upton. Alright. So this one, if I remember correctly, you gotta grab this. Gotta lure the damn bees. And bring them over here. I don't know if they fixed the AI, but the bee swarms were kind of finicky, where you couldn't like run too fast ahead, or else they'll kind of like go back. Still here. All right. I think that's it. Oh shit, yeah, you know, maybe I'll have to catch you next time. I forgot I'm leaving in like 30 minutes to sign paperwork for my new motorcycle. Oh, okay, no problem. Hell's Striker. I got excited when I see someone fresh tune. I've been trying to find someone to start a tune with. Nice, man. Seems good, yeah. Yeah, no, maybe next time. I also got to work too later on. I got about 3 hours before I gotta head out to work, so it's all good, man. Maybe some other time. I definitely want to play like multiple tunes. I'm just gonna start with Ranger. I definitely want to make a Warrior, an Elementalist. Probably Mesmer too. Mesmer's also pretty fun. Miller Upton. Sorry about that. I was trying to make dough infused with honey, but all it did was attract bees. Not to worry about Namar, though. I'll see to it Galson gets off his back. No doubt Galson's trying to take advantage of Namar because he's not from Ascalon. Once he knows there's a citizen willing to stand up for Namar, he'll back up. Or back off. Cool. Got a rank up. Okay. So here's your abilities here that you can go into. Beast Mastery's mostly for your pet. Marksman's for your shots here. Wilderness Survival. I don't remember what Wilderness. I guess it'll tell you right here. No inherent effect. Many ranger skills, especially rituals, preparations, and traps, become more effective with higher Wilderness Survival. Okay. Expertise. For each rank of expertise, the energy cost of all your attacks, rituals, touch skills, and ranger skills are decreased by 4%. Several skills, especially those related to energy costs and skill recharge times, become more effective with higher expertise. Neat. Okay. So these are my abilities. I think for now I'll probably do Marksman. I don't know if I want to do a Beastmaster build. There was one in PvP I really like to run and use. I forgot what it was called. Damn. Basically, it was you and your pet, and you would use a hammer. And I think you would take like equal damage. Like you would share the attributes with your pet. And so if your pet goes down, you go down. I forgot what the ability was called, but that one was really fun to play around with. So do that. Yeah, I'm going to do that for now. Cool. And you should be able to reset these. Just not out on the field, it has to be in town. Beautiful shell. Beautiful pearl. Here's Devona. She looks amazing as before. I'm glad you've come. I can't seem to shake the feeling that there's trouble on the horizon, and I'd be glad to have your help if and when it arrives. In the meantime, there are plenty of people here who need assistance with one thing or another, and I'm sure you'll find the lessons you learn here will be invaluable in the future. Cool. I've heard talk among the townsfolk of unsettling rumors coming from Mirik, the scribe. Instead of babbling to random strangers, he ought to send word to the authorities if he's come across something truly important. But I'm sure he's too engrossed in his books to think of anything practical like that. My duties in town keep me from looking into this matter myself. But if you could go to Ashford Abbey to the north and ask him about it, I'd appreciate it. Cool. She gives you a tall shield. I'll see what he has to say. Nice. There's a Pitney. Oh, this is the guy with a fucking escort quest, isn't he? Oh, shit. Ack, these worms will be the death of me. You've driven me off, or they've driven me off from the farm. Doesn't matter how many I kill, as long as there's a queen worm, more will be back the next day. Here's what I'm thinking. Worms love devourer eggs, right? Can you get a devourer egg from Fadden Hathorn for me? I'll use it to lure the queen into the open. Then you can squash her like the bug she is. Get a fire wand. I think I can handle a few worms. Alright. Side quest, here we go. Also, I forgot to pick up that flower over there. The red iris flower. There are speedy abilities in this game. You don't get them till like later. I forgot which one. What it was called for rangers. Okay. Devour egg from Fadden. Oh, this is devourers. Those are worms. We're off on an adventure. Wait, you know what? Let me play that video. Hold on here. There was the documentary that I wanted to check out. Guild Wars and Arenanet. What was this one here? What I can do is have this in the corner. While I do my adventures. Learn a little history on Guild Wars and Arenanet.
As a studio, I'm glad we're here after 20 years.
People say,
20
how do you
years,
work
man.
somewhere for 20 years? Well, in the game business, you are lucky enough to work at a studio that still exists after 25.
That's true.
And that's rare and a wonderful thing. And that just comes back to the DNA of the studio.
There's this secret little culture that I think has just never left Arenanet.
We respect our players immensely. Like
Alright.
any decision we're making, it's players first, right? Like make sure that we're doing right by them.
A huge part of what makes Arenanet unique is when we start out to build a brand new game from scratch, and this process was used to make Guild Wars 1, it's used to make Guild Wars 2. We'll use it for any game we ever make in the future. The idea is when we look at what are the player problems in the industry, what are the frustrations in the genre that players have, what are the opportunity spaces where there are things that we could solve for, that if we could solve those complex problems, that players would feel like games were more approachable, the genre was a better genre to play in.
Nice flat button.
Really believe that the game is a reflection of our culture, building a place where everyone is welcome.
Because we do have a fantastic community.
That just deepens our stories.
I really love the experience to be able to work on a game like this.
Yeah, the Guild Wars community has always been really good. It's similar to the Final Fantasy community, honestly. Like, they're very helpful. I mean, there are the toxic bunch, of course, but... Or at least in Final Fantasy 14. But in Guild Wars, I never really encountered that too much. Like, once in a great while, there would maybe be a person. But fuck, that was ages ago.
We're thrilled you're here. Come on.
Alright, before that starts, hold up. We're getting into the next quest here. Duke Gaban. I remember when I seen this dude, I was like, oh man, I want this guy's armor. You actually could get this armor. It's pretty sick looking for warriors. You there. You look like a sturdy ranger. I've tasked my man Faden here with retrieving devour eggs for me from the cave over yonder. However, he appears unmanned by the devourers, afraid of being eaten or some rot like that. I need a brave soul to keep the devourers away from Faden while he does the job for which he has been paid. What say you to that? Sure, I'll protect him. Alright, Faden. Don't get your ass killed. Oh, snowmen and sleds are back in Eversoul? Ooh, nice. I didn't realize that. I haven't gone into town. Alright, I got a longbow now.
Backstory of Arenanet, yeah. So back in 2000, the three original founders of Arenanet, Jeff, Pat, and Mo, left Blizzard, and they're often credited as the creators of BattleNet for Blizzard, which is a really big deal for those of us who grew up in the 90s or the 2000s, or even still today, BattleNet's still a big deal. And they wanted to form a new company based on the things that inspired by a lot of what they loved about Blizzard and the things that they wanted to create out of an entirely new game studio. So they started off, I believe, in Pat's living room, and then eventually ended up in Mo's living room, and then eventually they ended up getting a location that became the first spot that the studio was built out from. And now, 2 locations later, we're in this amazing location today.
The founders all came from an engineering and design background. And so they did some amazing things with pipelines and streaming.
Oh, I got a fucking white dye.
The foundation of the engine that Guild Wars was built on.
So I got started in 2003. Arenanet was...
You lack the unnecessary finesse to remove the delicate eggs from their nest. Got it. Let's keep moving, is what Faden's saying. Alright, we gotta collect more eggs.
kind of an unknown then still. We hadn't shipped Guild Wars yet. But I knew the pedigree of the 3 founders. They all had great reputations at Blizzard, and so there was a lot of that DNA that they wanted to bring up here and start this studio.
Damn, was that the way Guild Wars used to look like? Holy shit. That was like the first iteration of Guild Wars? That's wild. You know, art always kind of starts out as a sketch at first. So, pretty neat.
Beginning and the roots of when Guild Wars 1 was created, the #1 player problem back in the early 2000s that was identified was, why do people have to pay a subscription fee to play these giant online MMO games with their friends? And so everything about Guild Wars 1 was created with the idea of solving for an online game that we could run without having to charge a monthly subscription fee, which was, especially
pretty big back
at the time,
then.
they were expensive. It's a big limiting factor to get people in to play your game.
If you think about like the current market and how like $15 is kind of like a lot now, $15 back then, that was that was crazy, man. Charging $15 a month. And they did that even before too. It was never $10 or $5. It was always $15. It's like a fucking quarter of a game purchase a month. You have to pay for some of the games.
And so Guild Wars 1 was built from the ground up with every single piece of the game taken into account of how to operate it incredibly inexpensively.
So when I was still contracting on audio, I met with a couple of the founders, Jeremy and I, and we were talking about integrating the music and then talking about all the fancy stuff you could do with audio. One of the founders said, no, we're not doing that. Like, what do you mean?
Got a lot for that $15 though? Yeah, you did,
It is going
yeah.
to have awesome audio. We have a good, solid audio system, and we've hired people that are going to make great sounds. But all that stuff you want to do, we don't need to do, because that's not what this game is about. This game is about multiplayer online play, cooperative play. To me, that was huge. That was where someone said, yes, we're doing this, but we're not doing this.
So everything about the way that our servers work, the way that we pass data across the internet, we kind of invented the microservices model that is so common today with AWS and all these other shared services, and built it at Arenanet before it really was a common thing anywhere else with distributed networking. We had a physics simulation that was incredibly inexpensive. Those of us on the design team spent a huge amount of our time evaluating exact rules of when creatures woke up in the world and when they went to sleep. All of these things to reduce the overhead of running a giant online game, to solve the core player problem of creating an online game that we could just sell and not have to charge a subscription fee for it.
There was only about 20 of us at the time at the start of the studio, so everybody had to wear a lot of different hats.
For many years, I was volunteering for whatever needed to get done.
All right, looks like we finished what we had needed to do here for Gaban. Says this will only take a moment. Wait for me, will you? Gotta keep moving. Thank you very much for your assistance. Let's get back to the Duke. All right, cool. So we're done with his quest.
So I took the screenshots that were on the back of like the boxes for Prophecies and Factions. I made trailers.
I was a 3D artist at the time, and so I got my start doing a lot of odd jobs initially. First 2 major roles at the studio was one to design the company logo and the Guild Wars logo, and then the other one was to develop sort of initial.
That's one wild logo. The initial Guild Wars logo right there in the UI. Crazy.
Concept for what our UI for Guild Wars was going to be.
A lot of those
Before I
abilities
came to work here, one of the things that had me most excited when I read about the Guild Wars franchise was the idea that this is a studio that was willing to take their game very early in development and just put it out there for as much feedback as possible. There's a moment where a few years before launch, they took Guild Wars to E3, they put it on the show floor, and they turned the game on online so that anyone globally could play the game online at the same time in alpha form with the people on the show floor at E3. And that was unheard of. There had never been anything done like that before.
Back then when E3 was actually good and for gamers and not for fucking
the convention floor.
Or not developers, but
to kind of make a mark of like, this is our game. A lot of
like
people hadn't heard of it yet.
Companies and stuff.
That was just an electric moment of that first sense of like, people like what we're doing.
Just the amount of interest, the amount of passion, the amount that we saw our community grow kind of overnight, just by letting people play the game. I don't know about the higher ups, but like me personally at that point, I was like, oh yeah, we got something here.
There were so many golden.
Cool. All right, we're on the next part of the quest here. Duke Gaban, well done. I'll give you a couple eggs for your trouble. You're not usually so generous, but I happen to be in a jovial mood at the moment. Gives me 2 devour eggs. Nice. Your inventory is full. Fuck. The inventory space, whoa. What is the cheapest one here? Probably the starter bow. Let's get rid of the starter bow. Alright, let's see here. Cool. EXP. Alright. Looks like that's it. I'll have to go sell this stuff at the merchant.
Moments from that show.
There was a brief period of time where actually Guild Wars Live at E3 was like the 5th largest online game in the world when it was just a demo.
At the very end of the event,
that was pretty
ended up
crazy.
A party in like the main town. It was Ascalon City at the time. I was actually the video recorder at the time, so I was sitting there doing fly-throughs of the crowds and just watching them do like conga lines and stuff like that, and just seeing all of the hype. Like
I didn't hear about Guild Wars until much later.
I'm so sad this is getting shut down. I can't wait for it to come out. Like,
I mean, I was a day one player, but I mean, like, as far as like all this hype for the game, I'm pretty sure I was playing like a Chinese MMO or RPG.
One of our core tenets, and this has been part of Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2.
I think it was Silk Road Online is what I was playing.
To make something that was artisanal, handcrafted, and to make something that didn't look computer generated. That when you're looking at a frame, that you're looking at a piece
oh shit,
of
sorry,
art.
Wordy. You said the way AI data centers are swallowing up resources, online games are going to struggle soon. Damn. Sounds about right. All the crazy stuff that's going on with the markup of RAM and all that.
Versus like, oh, a CG experiment. Like, how far can we push this?
So for Guild Wars, the original Guild Wars, there's a whimsy to it that I don't see in a lot of games.
We're not trying to be super grungy or serious all the time.
You know, the art style, it's not just an art style, it's a art concept.
But I enjoy the push at Arenanet to like push forms a little bit bigger, to exaggerate things a little bit more, to work more in that stylized realm.
In some of the maps, like there are the big icebergs that look like ships. You know, that's what I mean about it's more of an art concept than an art style. It like mixes stuff together in ways where that's recognizable but fresh.
It's a weird IP in some ways,
identify
right?
that one?
Because it has, you know, bits of fantasy, it has bits of sci-fi, it's dragons, but it's also jade golems and floating cube cities and a little bit of cyberpunk over here, but a little bit, you know, medieval over here. It's a really vast world.
One of the big things as we were continuing to move forward was that we didn't want technology to be in itself what we're gonna hang our hat on. You don't look at Mario Brothers and say, oh, that looks lesser than. It is what it is, and it's 100% correct for what it is. It's not trying to do different things. It's not trying to do mocap, you know, and all of these technological advancements. It's just going, they're pixels, they're colored pixels, and it's fun.
All right, see what else I got for quests.
At the beginning, when I first joined the company, Guild Wars 1 was kind of an experiment. Like, we were trying to figure out how to create storied missions and campaigns that could be experienced in any order and allow players to kind of take these characters, go on these fantastical journeys, all through the lens of a skill capping system where the skill builds and customization was all part of it.
So some of the unique things that brought people to the Guild Wars franchise, especially early on, that separated it from the other games in the MMO space, was our focus on what we call horizontal progression. The idea being that you could level your character up to max level very, very quickly. Guild Wars 1 only had 20 levels in it. And so in a matter of a couple of days, you know, a week, you could get your character up to max level.
When I first started here, Guild Wars 1 was quite a bit smaller. What we call explorable zones between the actual missions, they weren't in yet. Originally, we assumed that PvE would be sort of a staging ground for people to learn the core mechanics of the game. And eventually they would shift over to the PvP side of the game. And we actually found throughout the development that players really gravitated towards the sort of PvE side of Guild Wars 1. We thought it was going to be more like you do the PvE area to learn the functionality of the game, and then you shift over to PvP. But it turns out that people really just wanted more of that PvE experience. So we added the explorable zones, which, God, when I think about it, it probably tripled the amount of like playable space there was in the PvE side, because that was the bulk of the play space.
Okay, I can handle 2. I can handle 2. Can't handle 4 of them.
Back in 2007, my husband actually started playing.
This part of the game right here with these bandits, there's so many people that fucking died, man. They hit really hard. Fuck, you can tell just from 2 of these, I'm already almost dead. You can imagine with like 4 of these guys just whomping on you. Like, if you've never played this game or like older MMOs, and you're used to like the modern MMOs where everything just hits you for like 1 damage, and you have like 600 HP, yeah, you wouldn't know how to kite enemies around and to leash them and only drag 1.
First, and I was just reading a book on the couch. I glanced up and saw this beautiful, like, pastoral landscape on his computer screen and had this moment of, what's that? It was the original Guild Wars. It was Pre-searing, which is the tutorial area, basically, if you're not familiar, and it was absolutely stunning. And I wanted to play too.
Pre-searing Ascalon, that got added pretty late. That was kind of an 11th hour edition. I think it made the game, honestly.
It was on that day that the Char discovered a way around the Great Wall.
Oh, interesting.
The game originally started and you were in Ascalon and it was completely destroyed. And, you know, that's unfortunate to see this place that's all ruined. But by adding pre-searing and letting people get a glimpse of it pre-destruction, they got to see that loss. They're like, this place was beautiful, and look at it now. I mean, there's a lot of people to this day. That's
crazy. I didn't know that this part of the game that I'm playing right now was added on later. Or was it in their concept for the game? And instead we started in the more desolate portion. That's actually kind of neat. All right, let's see. So I'm gonna get these guys over here. There's a patrol over here. Yeah, these guys.
That still resent the Char race that we have in Guild Wars 2 as a playable race because of Ascalon, and that was like...
Yeah, screw the Char, man. This place is so beautiful, too.
Back when Guild Wars 1 first shipped, we had no idea what to do with the game after launch day. We were just hoping to ship and have it be successful. And so when all of these players poured into the game, and all of a sudden we had this giant audience, we all kind of looked at each other like, well, what do we do now? And so we spent a couple of months just having fun and inventing this place called Sorrow's Furnace, which was the first live update in the history of the Guild Wars franchise outside of holidays. And then we decided we really should have expansions in this game, because that, in a game with no subscription fee, we're gonna need expansions if we want to viably be able to pay to keep the business going. And we embarked on this absolutely crazy concept of every 6 months we were going to ship expansions. And so we shipped Guild Wars factions.
Oh shit, it was every 6 months?
We called them campaigns because they were full expansion and they had an entire standalone entry part of the game that made it so you didn't even need to own the base game. You could just buy Guild Wars Factions as a standalone game, play the entire game level 1 to 20 in factions, and then play the rest of the game on top of that.
So I just want to say,
honestly, I forgot that there was every 6 months that they released an expansion.
When we originally launched Guild Wars Factions,
like in this day and age, that's fucking wild.
I had been in the studio and we were launching the game, and this was really early on as in my days as a QA tester here at the company. It was special for a number of reasons. One is that the studio made us feel like we were part of it. It wasn't like QA was some outsourced group that was there to check their work, so to speak, or make sure that things were perfect. But we worked side by side with the developers, and we were proving to them what in-house QA could do. Being able to sit side by side with all these people as the button was being pressed, as we were letting all the new players into the new campaign.
How did Bandit click?
And it was nice to be able to spend some time playing with them in real time.
The game is running smooth as silk. The problems that we're working on this last day are tiny, tiny little problems, compared to any other release we've ever done. So, that's why I say something different. So let's give everyone here a hand for the great work you've done.
And we did that, and then 6 months later, we turned around and shipped another one of those called Guild Wars Nightfall.
Nightfall is officially launched. We're launching here a couple hours early. And so what we're going to do here is
Nightfall was really good, and then the best expansion for me was Eye of the North.
Until tomorrow. Okay, so the only people who are getting
These Firestarter guys suck. Oh, those guys suck.
Sold it before they were supposed to sell it.
They used to hit like a fucking tank.
And then we started selling it online a couple hours ago, and we've had 2,000 people buy access keys online.
And we realized this is crazy. What are we doing? We can't build an entire new game every 6 months and keep repeating.
I think they nerfed their damage.
It was
the Firestarters here.
Really hard on the team.
I think they nerfed their damage.
If you think back on it, the idea of a massive expansion.
I swear those guys used to hit for like 6 damage.
Unheard of in the history of the MMO space, and it's pretty incredible. We pulled it off.
No. We have to go up here to damage him, and then he gets back. He falls and we damage his core, and then he stands back up. And we need to go back up that way.
I really love the mantra that we are game developers.
Line of signing this guy over here.
First and foremost, we're community developers, and we just do it the best way possible, which is through games.
Yeah, you see that? That guy's over there swinging his fucking staff, but he's not hitting me. Good old traditional MMORPG of trial and error. Just freaking this shit out yourself. Oh, that guy hit me for 11. What the fuck? Hold up. Alright, here's the one that hurts. Jesus. Damn. Wild brown dye, nice. Got a white dye and a brown dye now. Ashford Strongbox. All this effort to get one box. Amazing.
And so a lot of the pillars that we put in terms of the design philosophy was always trying to make it so you were excited about seeing other players, and how do we create that close-knit friendships, those collaborative experiences, because that's what transcends time. And so ultimately it was going to be the stories that players took away from the game, not necessarily the game itself.
I love Guild Wars a lot. I mean, a lot. I love Guild Wars 1
a lot.
I played the Assassin class from Factions.
Assassin was sick.
At the time, that was the...
This is the class that got me the idea to make my name. We had an ability called Death Blossom, and there was another game I had played previously. I think it was a Japanese game, Japanese MMORPG, that also had a similar name by the name of Death Lotus. So I just kind of put those two together. I was like, oh cool, I'll just use this name.
Most hated class,
Well,
because all the nerds are like, oh, Naruto, let's play Assassin,
Oops,
let's
I gotta
go.
take it
I
over
just liked the class, okay? I thought it was a fun class, I was really into it, and I was unwilling to give up, so I was an Assassin main. Getting a group to want an Assassin, because it was just flooded at the time, was nearly impossible in Guild Wars 1, especially right after Factions. So I could not find a group to get through missions. So what I ended up having to do was become a leader and say, okay, anyone's welcome. I'll be the leader, I'll form up this group to go into this mission. And at times we would sometimes have 4 assassins, and they were like, there's no way we can do this. And I said, yes, there is, okay? I have this build, if you do this build, and if you try this build, right, we can do this. And they weren't sure. I said, no, we can do this. We try it, we succeed. And I did this multiple times with different groups of oddball setups of classes. And they were always impressed when we could finish at the end, and we could. When I reflect back on it, it was kind of the first time I got confidence in being a leader. It sounds silly, but like this game taught me what does it mean to be a leader, especially in hard times.
Damn.
Place.
What she said is actually pretty true about Guild Wars. It's one of the reasons why I liked it a lot. Is there's you can make like some crazy builds. Like there's so much build diversity because of the fact that you can have subclasses and stuff. And the fact that she was struggling with Assassin to do a mission because everyone wanted to play Assassin. And so instead they ran a build so they can run missions and still succeed is pretty it's pretty awesome. Alright, anyways, I gotta do this quest here. So we're back at Devona. This is that chest of stolen gold that Baron Egan has been talking about. It must have been difficult dealing with those bandits. I'm impressed. If only we had more like you, we'd have no fear of the Char at all. So she gives me Flame Artifact and Tall Shield. Cool. Alright, and then here's Pitney. I'm not much for the city. Nope, Ashford is more my speed. State, what seems to be on your mind? The worm problem. Alright, I'll try to lure the queen into the open. You do the killing. Alright, here we go.
Where everyone is welcome. That was the core element behind all the mechanics that we've designed, the story that we tell.
They know that they can come to our game and there's something to do, there's people to hang out with.
The fact that you can play with a stranger and they're not going to kill you on sight, but instead when you are in need of help, they can help you. We incentivize being a good human. You get XP for reviving a downed person. You can share the consumables you make with other people to help them get through a fight. There are like little things that we do in how we make the game function that incentivize better camaraderie.
Yeah, on top of that, there is a resurrection spell that you can only use once per mission. The fact you could res someone else who died, it's pretty neat. There's that Worm Queen. Well, let me do this quest here. So you don't always have to rely on a healer, which is kind of one of the reasons why I wasn't too fond of Guild Wars 2, because they pretty much removed that element. I don't know if there's much build diversity in Guild Wars 2. Honestly, I haven't played it too much, but I really hated the fact that they took away the Trinity system of a healer and damage dealer and tank. And there are certain builds you could do that in Guild Wars 1, but it feels like it was lost in Guild Wars 2. But fuck, it's been a while since I played the game, so I don't know if they changed a lot since then. Alright, so we got Pitney done. Thank you so much. Those worms won't be a problem now. Gives me a fire wand. Nice. I'm at loss. First those worms, and now someone has stolen my prize Moa bird to make matters worse. The tracks seem to indicate that whoever took her led off to the catacombs. I don't have to tell you how dangerous it is down there. But wait, you're a strong ranger. Would you be willing to find my poor bird and bring her back? Alright, I'll find your bird. Sure. So we got attribute suspend here. Do marksman again. Cool.
Now he's dead. No, come on.
I've had interactions in the past on our social media channels
We'll sell some stuff at the merchant.
Somebody who was new to the community did not really understand how something worked, and it wasn't that they were necessarily saying something hateful or negative, it was just indicating that they were new. So many times I could just sit back, I didn't need to do anything because our existing community would come in and help them and show them, this is how it works here. We're thrilled you're here, come on.
And remember, my friend, You never fight alone.
Right about then, we realized that the things we were trying to do with Guild Wars 1 wasn't going to be viable for us 10, 15 years later, for us to keep building on top of the franchise and growing the way that we wanted to. And we looked around and we were building a project then called Guild Wars Utopia.
Guild Wars Utopia, interesting.
We were always continuing to push the bounds of the types of features that we wanted in, the types of skills that we wanted in the game. And that's when we really started experimenting with what would a true new iteration of the franchise look like. And so when we were actually talking about Utopia originally as kind of the fourth campaign, a lot of the ideas were, hey, I think we need to go back to the beginning. We need to restart some of this conversation. So it really was about always trying to find some innovative way to push forward, to find meaning in the design choices that we were making and not just putting things in for the sake of, here's a new bullet for the back of the box. And that was kind of the impetus of how we started focusing on Guild Wars 2.
And so a large chunk of the ideas for Utopia and the development for Utopia and the developers moved on to start building the concept for Guild Wars 2. And we stayed and built one more expansion, Guild Wars Eye of the North, which was very much designed to both close the story of Guild Wars 1, but also to be a setup for Guild Wars 2 that would release later.
And when we were building Eye of the North, we kind of knew, here's some of the stuff that we're gonna set the seeds for. These mountain ranges that you were like, if you squint, you would realize that this is a dragon.
Shit.
At the time, we had a very mature game and mature community, and like they had a lot of tools and tricks and everything. They'd come up with all the perfect builds and everything like that. So it was actually really exciting to be able to be like, we could kind of take the gloves off now.
The initial pitch for Guild Wars 2, just like inside the studio, felt like the vision was so compelling.
We're under attack.
The first thing we would talk about in the meetings when they were like, here's what we're
God, Guild Wars 2 has still the best questing system I've seen in an MMO RPG, with the whole like dynamic quests where just quests appear and then you need to go and do it. It's not your traditional you pick up a quest and you go do it. No, the quests just happen as you're playing the game. It's so fucking neat. Like the level 1 to max level experience in Guild Wars 2 is fucking out of this world.
gonna do was the open world nature of the game and open world events, and saying, we're not gonna do quests where you've got a character with an exclamation point over their head. There's just going to be centaurs attacking this farm, and you'll see the centaurs attacking, you'll be like, I'm gonna save those people.
This idea of, okay, we can build these dynamic zones, we can add like vertical jumping, which wasn't part of the original Guild Wars 1. And as we started exploring more and more of this, we just wanted to go, tear the engine down to those bare bones and then rebuild it up as kind of that next iteration.
So it is a drastically different game, but I do feel like the heart of Tyria really carried over. Like even the map design is a very good example, where you go to certain areas of maps and it's like, yeah, this is what I would expect that same place to look like 250 years later.
MMOs are definitely a challenge to work on and to create. You have to think about, how do you tell a compelling story over 10 years? That's not an easy thing to do.
It is overwhelming working on an MMO all the time.
Speaking of story, there was one part of the Guild Wars 2 I disliked, and it was the falling of a certain character. I don't want to spoil it, but I just feel like they treated it very like haphazardly, like they weren't important at all, and yeah, it pissed me off a lot. I forgot what expansion it was. I think it was probably the second expansion when it happened, but yeah, it was pretty fucked up, because that character has been part of like Guild Wars 2 for a while, and then when she lost her life, it just felt like they just kind of like crapped on her.
There is no harder type of game that you can make in game development. It is the most complex, with the most variables, and the largest scope of games, and the largest array of players who all want different experiences.
Putting on our storyteller's hat, okay, we're writing a story that's designed to take a player tens or even hundreds of hours to complete. We want to give you a lot of side content. We want to make sure that we're giving you just enough, but not too much. There's a lot of lore that we want to convey.
And the firstborn awakened.
So trying to figure out how to pace it, where you put it, are there different channels you put it in? This will be voiced, this will be a thing that you read when you click on it. This is optional, but this has to be done.
You get a lot of random things in your game that maybe make it less cohesive, but they all come from a particular dev that is very passionate about one thing, and you know, finds an audience for that one thing, because it's an MMO, there's a very large audience.
So with Guild Wars 2, it was just like, okay, what do we have to work with? We went from characters being hand-painted textures that took about a week to full ZBrush models that took 6 or 7 weeks to create. And the detail and everything was more, but time was more as well. So, okay, well, how do we plan around that?
And yet, I sense darkness approaching.
The first year that we took the playable demo for Guild Wars 2 to Gamescom in Germany, and it was really like the giant coming out party for Guild Wars 2 to the world. We did our huge announcement trailer. We brought the game to the show floor to let people play it for the first time. And the first morning before Gamescom opened, we were doing a rehearsal on the show floor. And we had a bunch of dev commands turned on that made it so like enemies couldn't see us and we were invisible in the world and we were running around making sure the demo was going to go okay. And there was a press outlet that we didn't know was there, and they recorded our screen and recorded all the footage. And they leaked the footage that night, and it was like this grainy, really crappy looking footage that showed the game in the worst possible light, because we were using all these dev commands. All our characters were invisible, so all the enemies were just standing around in the world not doing anything.
I didn't remember this.
Everyone was freaking out. They're like, this game looks terrible, the AI is awful, what have they done? They've ruined the Guild Wars franchise. And we all saw that the first night, and we were heartbroken. What an awful way to start the convention where our game was going to get shown. And then the next day, the show floor opens, and everybody gets to come in and start playing the game for the first time, and we show all the trailers and all the game footage for real, with enemies actually reacting to players, and people lost their minds. And the line on the show floor was so long to play the game that they reached the point every day where they had to stop the line because the convention, that I think was like 10 or 12 hours long each day, the line was longer than anyone would ever get to play the game.
The queues were maxed out because we did this like 30, 40-minute experience because we want to make sure people had a real chance to experience everything that it had to offer. But we also knew, given that it was designed to be played with players, we needed the studio's support, right? So it felt like the world was alive. Because there's nothing worse than like playing an MMO when there's no one around you and you're missing one of the core components for it.
So we're like, all right, here's the plan. Everyone at the studio is going to play the game that week. We'll all be in the game, running around, acting like we're just more people. So we had the whole studio switch to European time for the week, starting the workday at midnight.
So the whole studio went on graveyard shift for a week. The whole office was playing with the players in Germany. They had food trucks across the whole night, 3 food trucks a day, and ice buckets of Monster Energy drink to keep us awake. And we had a command center where people had like a big virtual map of the game, and we could see dots where players are. And if we ever saw a player, stray too far away, we'd send a pack of devs over to play with them. And so that was, kind of like a LAN party experience for a whole week before launch. That's awesome.
It was a magical moment.
And I tell you what, those 5 days in Germany, like, it changed everything for the Guild Wars 2
It's like regenerating too.
Because we left
it's not
and we
good.
knew we had some.
Oh my gosh, there was so much hype, and we had a joke for a while.
And we have.
Unfortunately, for some of these sites, it was not a joke. If we linked to a press article, if we linked to a fan site, they would immediately get the internet hug of death and be crushed under the traffic that we sent. So we were trying to, at one point, we were trying to warn journalists, hey, in 2 hours, I'm gonna link to your website. Like, I don't know what you need to do, but you should start doing it now, because everyone was so unbelievably excited.
Guild Wars 2, very similar core business model, box price to buy the game, no subscription fee at launch.
So it was actually launch night. We were going to turn the game on at midnight. Servers are getting ready to be turned on. We had this big TV that was hooked up and could give us a graph of like logins and concurrency. And everybody's waiting, bated breath. There was this like ceremonial moment of, all right, boom, the servers are live. And then we saw that number go from like 0,
identification.
and it shot up. I mean, it was hundreds of thousands. It could have been 1 million people that night seeing that in that moment and going, oh, we actually made a game that people want to play and that they like. It was incredible, and I'll never forget that moment.
So the night that we launched Guild Wars 2, Isaiah Cartwright, who was the lead systems designer at the time, the two of us were housemates. We were here for the initial celebration. So we heard the speeches
sale value. Damn
about,
it.
you know, the gratitude that NCSoft had, the gratitude that the founders had
still better
for
than what I
helping
got.
us get to this point. And the second that they...
So you can identify like some of this equipment here. And sometimes you get something good where it gives you more damage. This one literally has improved sale value. That was like my best bow I got. That sucks. Oh well. Let's see if there's anything else. Improved sale value. It's gonna pay for itself. Oh, highly salvageable. Oh shit, I forgot you can salvage in this game too. Oh, I didn't need to identify that one. Improved sale value. Pretty much made my monies back from identifying this stuff. Cool. So sell that. Divine symbol, don't need that. Yeah, this one's 54 gold. There we go. This one with the high sell value. Paid back the money I just spent for that. That identification kit here. Sweet. Okay. Oh, still got that flame artifact to sell. Can I buy a salvage kit? 40 gold, yeah. 10 uses. I don't remember what you get from salvaging. Iron ingots. Okay. Cool. Let's grab this. Identify it. Improve sell value. Nice. $58 gold. I can almost buy the small girl's cape. Oh, there's a flute too. Could have that shiny new flute. It's so beautiful. I bet it plays pretty music. Enjoy it. I can't wait to try it. Fucking amazing. So we got her broken flute, but of course it was broken. And now we got her a new flute. I'm gonna get that damn cape for you, Gwen. Just you wait. See if I can go kill that guy. I'm trying to get a small backpack by getting these scale fins. I need 5 of them though, and these guys are not dropping it. Sometimes you get lucky and you get them to drop pretty early, but I probably have to come back and revisit.
Push the button. We ran down, we skipped the rest of the party, we jumped in the car, drove home because we immediately had to get home to play with the players. Because it was important for us. We had built this community, whether through the beta events that we had some huge world versus world battles, epic back then, but this was a chance for us to really continue to experience this. It was so cool to be there in that moment that that was more important to us than celebrating with the rest of the studio.
Alright, I think I know how to kill this guy.
But then as the reviews started
Do we
coming
need to
out,
train
and more
him?
people started playing it, more people started buying it, and it got so
Man, every time he casts, he
that our servers were
he
refusing
regenerates.
connections. It was just
No,
overload.
it's not gonna work.
And we actually made the deliberate decision to stop sales for a day or two
Okay.
just to control the number of people coming in.
we were struggling to keep everything running because there were so many people online, and we took one night off for all of us to just go celebrate. We rented out a restaurant and bar at the top floor of a mall.
Just using Power Shot, maybe?
In downtown Seattle, across the street from PAX. And we thought, like, oh, you know, a bunch of our fans are going to show up. We'll get to meet them. This is going to be incredible. And we got there, and like 5 hours before the party started, there was a line all the way around the top floor of the mall that wound down
It's gonna
to the
take
middle
too
floor
long.
of the mall.
Fuck,
And by the time the
okay.
party started, the line had wound all the way
I am
down to the
determined to
bottom
kill
floor
that
of the
guy.
mall. And all night long,
I just need more
every
damage.
time somebody would leave and another person came in, there was just this wonderful, joyous celebration with all of our fans. We signed, you know, I don't know how many thousands of different posters and artwork and body parts awkwardly that night, and all sorts of shirts, all sorts of stuff. But it was just this pure moment of the fans and the developers we were all one, celebrating this launch of this game all together that we all loved. I will remember that for the rest of my life.
Victory at last.
Victory.
It's very reinvigorating because being a game developer is a very difficult job. So having moments of levity where you can see a person face to face and they're just kind of like showing how engaged they are with the things that you created and like the art you brought into this world, it's really exciting.
This is a dawn that Tyria.
Hey, Gwen isn't following me. Gwen, get over here.
This day is ours.
Oh, I can give flowers to Gwen. I didn't even know that. Guild Wars 2 launched officially in China. May 15, 2014. Marking a major milestone in Arenanet history. Nice. Alright, hold up. I gotta give a flower to Gwen here. This flower matches my other flowers perfectly. Oh, another flower? Oh, here, take another flower. I think I'm going to follow you. Yes, please. I need you on my adventures, Gwen. Oops. Well, yeah, I gotta do that anyways. Okay, I think that's the only place I can kill the scaleback guys. Unless there's more over here? I doubt it. Damn, I only got one Skale Fin, man. That sucks.
After launch, very similar to Guild Wars 1, we tried some really wild ideas. And the wild idea we tried after Guild Wars 2 shipped was this concept that we called Living World.
Mesmer's burden. It's over here,
at the
actually.
time, our then studio head, who was one of the original founders, challenged all of us on the development team on Guild Wars 2 to try to deliver an experience inspired by how popular Game of Thrones was on HBO at the time, of how everybody was talking about Game of Thrones and everyone was talking about this incredible experience of this water cooler moment where every time a new episode came out, it was all anyone could talk about. He challenged us to come up with what could we do in Guild Wars that would create an experience like that, which is where Living World was born from, of this concept of we would have episodic updates. Eventually we got to the point where we were delivering them every 2 weeks, where the game world would meaningfully change and the story would move forward, with the goal of having every 2 weeks everybody would show up and want to be a part of it. And the business model for that started off with originally, we just had those episodes given out for free, and that proved to not be very successful. We also took the updates out of the game immediately after, so you had to be there to experience it, more like a TV show. Turns out fans hated that idea, and so we pivoted from that, and then we started doing, if you showed up while the episode was live, you got it for free, and if you came after the 2 week window when it was live, you had to pay a small fee to get the episode, and we followed that model for a while, and that also was not a viable business model for us, and eventually we pivoted to going back to delivering expansions.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw was the world premiere of the first expansion pack for Guild Wars 2.
We did Heart of Thorns, we did Path of Fire, eventually End of Dragons, and so we did a handful of really big paid expansions for Guild Wars 2 with Living World episodes in between.
I would say cross-departmental collaboration is the biggest component to game development. If you can't succeed in that, you're not going to make a game.
There is a lot more of an emphasis on that collaborative element.
You know, in the creative process, like, good ideas come from anywhere. There's entire features we built for the game that came from the mind of an artist, not a systems designer. There's artwork in the game that is inspired by something the designer said who had very little artistic skill.
People are surprise you all the time with how creative they are.
Even going back so far as, you know, the Qst In being these giant polar bears on these iceberg ships was born out of two amazing concept art pieces that we had early on. That just was the ships and these polar bear creatures, and it was like, this makes sense in our mind, and so we were inspired. And so a lot of what you see in the game and a lot of those cool moments are these inspirational points that we take from each other. And so when you talk about collaboration, it's not just about working side by side, but it's also about helping push each other to think outside the box, to find something new that we haven't considered before.
Krakatorik was a hard one in that cross collaboration, just because like the request was we need a large dragon, and every team along the way was like, how are we going to do this?
He was such a giant dragon, and he is the asset, the art asset that we spent the most time on of any other asset in the game as a whole.
That looks pretty neat. I never thought that.
Concept, you know, to modeling, to rigging, that was a big one. How we're going to animate it, how we're going to frame it, what's the sound, like even the audio team, like how do you make...
Okay, we hear Lady Althea here, turning in the quests. Back already? Excellent. I can't thank you enough for taking care of that dangerous bull. Cool. This is where I was saying you can complete the quest, and this is where you can choose whether you want to be a Mesmer subclass. You have shown you have the potential to be a good Mesmer. Taking Mesmer as a secondary profession will give you access to all Mesmer skills and allow you to train in illusion magic, domination magic, and inspiration magic, but you must still bear the armor of your primary profession. Once you make this commitment, you will not be able to change your mind, nor will you have the opportunity to try other professions to see if you prefer them. Do you wish to make this commitment? I need more time to decide. Cool. Alright, that one's done. I don't remember if you can make it across on that side. I don't think you can. I think you only strictly, like, search through here.
Something sound big and impressive compared to the rest of the mix.
Ended up being...
Yeah, speaking of Mesmer, here's a statue of Lisa. This is the, pretty much the Mesmer goddess. Statue of, was it Liza or Lisa? I think it was Liza. And it was that a strange came to the village of Ren, taking shelter and employment. Though young in years, her body was stooped and twisted, her flesh eaten by disease. Ye have to mark the plague, or of plague upon ye, said the citizen named Galric. Leaveth this place, else you sicken our people. I lost my family and my home, cried the desperate woman. Have you no heart? Yet each person in turn did turn her away. Then from the crowd came a young woman, Sarah. She looked upon the woman with pity. If you need help, said Sarah, I will give it. And did Sarah approach the gnarled, bent woman and give her a helping hand. Then the sickened woman pulled from her body the robes of plague, revealing herself to be the goddess Liza. The people of Ren fell to their knees, begging Liza's mercy, but lifting Sarah gently, saith she, true beauty is measured not by appearance, but by actions and deeds. Many have eyes, but few have seen. Of all here, you saw the beauty behind the illusions, and you alone shall be blessed with my gifts. Scripture of Liza, 45 BE. I think if you kneel in front of the statue, you get like a buff. Or maybe I gotta be like closer. Or maybe it was Prey? I don't remember all the emotes in this game. Prey, maybe? No? Fuck, I even forgot all the keybinds. B, N is for friends. Let's see, inventory, skills, options. Maybe under options. There's actions. Drop item. Maybe if I type in emotes. Emote? No. Okay. I don't remember. Yeah, there is a way to get a buff, but maybe it's not in the starter area? Okay.
16 months of development time.
You had designers sitting next to programmers, the environment artists sitting next to the designers to figure out how we were going to have the content flow throughout there, or working with the animators or the effects artists to really kind of make sure that it was a cohesive experience.
And so how we planned to use him over the Living World story was very strategic. And as we were continuing to create the art, it was like, well, how can we utilize him in Path of Fire? Okay, well, you can have his head. No, we can finish his head. And okay, well, let's focus on, and so that development process of going through an asset that's just so massive, but in a timeline where you're releasing something in a short time frame, how you're planning that out, how you're scheduling it, how you're building that asset. There was a lot going into that planning.
There's that Bandit Firestarter. I was like, where the hell is he at?
Dragonfall, where Krokatork's falling through the void and down into the water to become an island, was the hardest cinematic to make just because we had this giant assets. And you're trying to like film it to be all in frame and not have clipping plane issues
Oh, I
and not
forgot,
have LOD
if you
issues,
give
which we
Gwen
did
the flute,
constantly. So it's
she
like
actually
this
heals
battle
you.
between
Damn.
making it feel large, having it be in frame, and not clipping. It was a joy. I'll just
That
say.
is fucking awesome. I completely forgot about that.
Having a franchise that has persisted for so long means that it has just like a wealth of stuff to build upon, like the lore potential.
Narratively, I think we've grown in our storytelling quite a bit. I think that our characters really shine in Guild Wars 2. Not that they didn't in Guild Wars 1, but we have become a bit more of a character-focused narrative. So that's a big change. But honestly, I feel like that only just enriches the world, because then you're seeing the humans or the Char or the Asura or whatever that live in this world and how they react to it and everything like that. So I actually feel like the shifts in how we've treated narrative have only been complementary
He's
to the
level
overall
3.
franchise.
I'm going to dream.
There are definitely big moments in our story, whether it's the ending of the Elder Dragon saga, which was a huge moment for us.
Like how these other girls are like,
one that I was
whatever.
the most excited about is actually the end.
He's walking
after
by.
That. We had been trying to sort of cement a relationship with Casimir and Marjorie, two of our core characters, that from their introduction, they'd kind of had this, hint of a relationship.
Hey, what's wrong? You've been unusually quiet today. Oh, that's so cute.
We kept trying to find a place to like really solidify what this means, and we tried at the end of our first expansion, and it didn't fit. And so we tried to find another place in the second expansion. Also, it was like, now this just it's too distracting. And so with the ending of the Elder Dragon saga, this felt like the best time to have a really calm, quiet moment just for them.
Well, friends, you're probably wondering why we asked you here today.
And I was thrilled because I think our community had been wanting that as much as we had been wanting to do it.
You stood by me through everything.
So seeing the community get to that point and seeing, people
Bunch of
on
long
live
spear
streams crying, sobbing that it's, tears of joy that they finally got to see this emotional moment pay out. And I was like, yeah, that's why we do this.
Inventory's full of shit. Okay, let's throw this away.
Yeah, I think one of the most impactful, and I think just moments that stick out to me in my time back at Arenanet was actually the release of End of Dragons back in 2022. Because there was just so much that went on kind of behind the scenes and leading up to that moment that made it feel so powerful for us at the studio. I mean, we had, you know, come off a layoff back in 2019, and then you slap a global pandemic on top of all of that, and it was pretty much a recipe for, you know, things just being really tough.
COVID was definitely
War Master Grass.
adventure. Like I remember the first day that they pulled us into the conference room, which
I'm not sure if I go
was
to here.
ironic since they were announcing a pandemic that they pulled
Maybe I
us
shouldn't
into
go to
the
here yet.
conference room. But be that as it may, they let us know that, you know, what was going on and that we'd be closing the office. At the time, it seemed like it was going to be, you know, a week or two, but I've been working from home since.
The thing that I thought was really cool, leadership, made the statement that if we make online worlds and we connect people in this online world, then we absolutely can figure out how do we work together online. And that rally call, I think, really kind of brought us together.
You know, we ended up releasing End of Dragons in early 2022, and I think it was really vindicating and just helped us, you know, get past, I think, one of the darker chapters in Arena's history with such a strong, successful release for us.
I think our relationship with the community has definitely been a huge, like, motivating factor over the years.
I feel nothing but like very fortunate and very grateful that like there's a community that has supported.
Don't really have time to talk right now. I'm delivering a message to Green Hills County. Annetta Landru. Okay.
This stable project that we can continue to expand, continue to work on.
The fact that they've been along this journey with us for so long is just been awe-inspiring for us.
A lot of the connections that the community makes among themselves is incredibly exciting.
There are people from all over the country. There are people who meet across the world.
Okay, I'm going to bed now. Just did my TFT dailies and no crashes. Windows updated and maybe that was the issue. Ah, nice. Fuji. Cool. Hopefully that was the issue. Kind of sounds like it, yeah, because I did get two updates recently. Hold on. Oh, I got a phone call. But I guess have a good night, Fuji-sama, or have a good nap. Okay, my bad, dudes. My bad. I'm back. Good sleep, Fuji. Yep. Otter Smacks. What is this again here? This is Gate Guard Torin. I have a personal favor to ask you. A good friend of mine has gone missing north of the wall. He's a ranger by the name of Ben Wolfson. He was on a scouting mission and was separated from his outfit when they came under attack from a Char patrol near Piken Square. Ben's a survivor. I feel certain he's still alive, and I'd go after him if I could, but I have orders to remain here. I cannot even leave my post long enough to open the gate for you. To open it and pass through, you'll need a companion to pull the lever above the gate while you go through. I know it's a lot to ask, but if you could go north and look for him, I'd be in your debt. Okay. I'll find him. Remember, you'll need a companion to go help get you through the gate. You had best head back to the city to find some help. Oh yeah, this is that co-op one. This is one of those old school iterations where you have to go to the main hub, ask someone in chat for help, and then I think someone pulls a lever up top, and then someone stays on the bottom. Some shit like that. The traditional way of asking for help without fucking LFG. Alright, well, we cleared this whole damn map out. But yeah, I think if I go through here, it takes me through a new instance. And then if I come back, it's going to respawn everything that I just killed. Which I don't want to happen. Damn, I really wanted an additional bag. That sucks. Yeah, this beginner quest over here regarding the Skale Fins. You get a bag. And that bag is actually pretty big. It gives you more inventory space. Well, Lena the Healer has a quest now. So does Haversdan. Becoming a good ranger requires extensive training in a number of different skill techniques. To begin the learning process, seek the Master Ranger Nenti in Regent Valley. If you follow the road southwest from town and pay attention to the signs, you shouldn't have any trouble finding Regent Valley. Master Ranger Nenti will be along the road. Thanks for the suggestion. Cool. Let's see, Lena the Healer. With all the with all the dangers out in the lakeside, I can't believe the number of people who go running around by themselves. Why, I've already got my hands full resurrecting fallen soldiers, without some novice ranger adding to the burdens. Don't people know there are plenty of folks in Ascalon City who'd be perfectly happy to join them in their adventures? I'll tell you what, if you promise to do your adventuring with an ally, I'll gladly give you a signet that can resurrect fallen party members. Alright. Sounds like a good idea. There's another party play one. That's where you just gotta bring one person along and yeah, they'll give you a resurrection signet. You can only use it once per instance. So better use it wisely. Unless they changed it. Which I don't think they did. See if I can find some more Skale Fins over here. Come on, Skale Fins. Pretty sure I already got that. Yeah, I got that stash ready.
There are people who met online and then got married in real life. That's magical.
There was this community of players called Gamers Giving Back, who used to exist, and they used to do this stuff called Pink Day in LA, which was raising money for like breast cancer awareness. And also every year they and another guild do this thing called Tyria Pride, where a whole load of players get into the game together, get as rainbowed up as they can, and they march from end to end in Tyria. Getting to walk through Tyria with those people, getting to be a part of that fundraising in that community, like especially during the pandemic where everybody was locked in, is just really wholesome.
I also said to you right from the beginning that we would make Guild Wars 2 the first truly social online world. A world where you, your friends, everyone around it, you're all in it together, working together, relying on each other, where you're always happy to see another player. Now, something magical happened. You, the Guild Wars 2 community, you took that one and you made it your own. You have cemented your reputation as the single friendliest community in all of online gaming. Yes. Give yourselves a hand.
Over time, slowly, as the audience has changed and the size of the engagement for the product has shifted, we can no longer do giant expansions and living world all at the same time. And so what we do today is every year we ship one new expansion for Guild Wars 2. And that expansion is broken up basically into 4 parts. There's a launch day version of the expansion where you get to experience a lot of the new features and a lot of the new region and story. And then every 3 months after that, in quarterly updates, we add chunks of the expansion until over the course of a full year the expansion is released.
the Collector.
And then we release another one. And we've been operating that model now for 2 years.
It's been awesome to see the transition from the sporadic cadence, you know, Heart of Thorns to Path of Fire, into something that's more regular for our players, so they have more expectations or clearer expectations about what's coming for them.
I ascribe very highly to this concept of the light at the end of the tunnel theory with an MMO, of if players don't see a light at the end of the tunnel, if they don't believe in the future, and if they don't have enough information to understand about where the game is going in the future to have that belief,
this
then
one I
you are
need.
in huge trouble.
Gold necklace.
And so yeah, we watch really carefully what fans are talking about, what they're.
Oh, you can't even see what I'm looking at. She also has that chess piece. Nice. The other guy has the boots. Gives you +5 energy too. Jewel. Fuck, I want this too. You need 2 more gold necklaces. Fuck. Two more.
Saying the player sentiment within our community. And when we deliver things, we very often, you know, every year we do a big retrospective on our expansion and talk about what went well and what didn't. What did we learn from you? What are you all saying that you didn't like? And here's what we're going to do to try to make it better next time.
Fundamentally, we sort of always look at like, what do players need? We try to solve player problems or fill gaps in the sort of player fantasy. For like one of our recent ones, for example, Janthir Wilds, we're like, well, you know, people love Tyria so much, they probably want a place to live in it. So that's why we settled on adding homesteads, because it's like, people want to be able to have a home in the world that they love so much.
This place is no longer home to me, but perhaps it can be for you.
No way! Really? Oh my god. Housing?
Ooh, they added housing to Guild Wars 2? Honestly, I didn't know that. Damn.
So much money!
Sweet.
When we start a new expansion, there's always kind of an early brainstorming through narrative, design, art. Like, okay, you know, what is design and narrative thinking as what's the story? Like, where do we want to go? Where did we leave off? Where are the characters going? What's going to be our conflict? What's going to be the story? And then we start thinking about, okay, where haven't we gone?
In all the new content, new expansions, there's always a goal of trying to show players a new experience or a new twist on Guild Wars 2 that they haven't done before.
In our brainstorming sessions, like, it is really cool seeing, like, what if we do this crazy thing, or what if we like so you can kind of get out of the box.
You know, we can have very serious stories, we could have humorous stories, we can go a little bit horror, we can go a little bit light. I'm still waiting for a musical. I keep poking narrative about this.
Woohoo! I can buy the small girl's cape. Inventory's full. Fuck. Hold up. I gotta sell this here. This is why I want the damn the inventory backpack. I forgot how many slots it gives you, but it's really prominent. All right, Gwenny, we got you a cape. Oh, you got a cape. Where did you find it? Can I have it, please? Sure. It will look nice on you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look how pretty it is. It's fucking great. So now she's got the flute and the cape that we gave her. Nice. You're my favorite person. After Mommy. I think I'll give you my most favorite thing in the whole world. She gave me a tapestry shred. I think I'm going to follow you. Or tapestry shred. Tapestry. This one I still need 2 more of these. I want to get these boots too. Okay. Oh wait, these are husk. These come from the worms here. Should be able to get those boots.
Come on, let's just do it. Musical expansion.
So for the next expansion, one of the ideas was, you know, tropical. We wanted to go for kind of a adventurous, tropical, but jungle, danger, extreme magic, kind of a Bermuda Triangle-y kind of, okay, but why hasn't this place been explored before? Why hasn't anybody talked about this? Because nothing escapes from it.
This must be Castora.
So it is.
Visions of Eternity.
Disappeared.
It has been an interesting creative process because the player is going to a new land that they've never been before. It allows us a lot of creative freedom to like make something new, but there's also the challenge of like making it feel like a part of the game, integrated with the rest of the lore.
It's the first time in a long time, if ever, that we are giving the players just like a whole new place. And I think that has given us a lot of challenges, right? Like creating an entirely new space that had no previous reference or culture. But I think it also means that it gave us a lot of freedom and flexibility to really shape the space in the way that we wanted to. Our goals, our kind of highest level goals were exploration and discovery. If you look deep enough and if you spend the time to kind of go to all parts, you're always going to find something intriguing. And that is something that I am very excited about.
It's always fun seeing some of the new technology coming in,
another flower
or new, like
Gwen.
clever ways to build something.
There you go,
Looking
Gwen.
into Visions of Eternity, I don't want to spoil too much, but we had
This flower
internal
matches
tests
my other
going
flowers
on where
perfectly.
I encountered an event, and I was watching it and thinking, how did they pull this off?
Commander, we've been cleared to sail. Our crew's all here,
Hmm?
just getting things boarded up and ready to go.
It's been cool from like the story standpoint of like trying to decide what sort of existing lore we want to weave in there. How does this build upon the existing lore? How does this enrich the world as a whole? What is this giving to players? How is this like creating a new and unique experience for them without being limited by like what
There's, like,
happened in
2
Guild Wars
worms
1
left.
or even what happened earlier in Guild Wars 2.
One of the biggest challenges that I have as a narrative designer is keeping it all straight in my head. Guild Wars as a franchise has been around now for 20 years, and that's a lot of information. I remember a lot, but I don't remember everything. I don't always remember which parts of things we concepted, which parts we published, which parts are out there in interviews
That's it.
versus
That's all I needed.
right? Like
Three
use
baked
the
husk.
community a lot, whether it's going to
Gotta
the
get
wiki,
them boots.
the wiki
See if I can
community
get some
in particular,
necklaces from these
like,
girl over here.
How detailed all those pages are.
I'll tell you, our player wiki is when we talk about stuff internally and we're like, hey, what is this event all about? One of our designers will link the public documentation on things before trying to look at the internal documents, because the internal documents, it's all over the place, right? The wiki is going to be like spot on some things.
To verify, did we say that? Where did we say that? How often do we say that?
We're all
Making
long
sure
spear
that
here.
I'm checking against what the community, which is amazing at like condensing all the stuff that we have put out there. They do that so
Holy
well
rod.
that I use them as a
that.
resource all the time.
Every time I play another game, and I'm like, oh, let's try to find out what this
Might
quest
be
is
able to
about.
get-
I'm like, yeah, this isn't as nice.
Merchant increased price.
Legends were born that day.
Damn. Av's casting time
while
of
this
spells.
threat
Fuck,
was
that's actually pretty
ended,
good.
The legends
That's actually really good.
You know, we still have this tradition of we want to respect the
I'm gonna go
origins
sell
of
it in town for
because
5
we also
gold.
know that not all of the Guild Wars 1 fans became Guild Wars 2 fans. Like they found something in there and they really loved it, and so we want to continue to support that and protect that as long as we can.
You know, this year's Guild Wars 1 turns 20, and I think the cool thing there is not only did we as a studio celebrate it by making announcements and releasing some surprises to a 20-year-old game, and showing people, hey, not only is it still available, the servers are still on, your stuff is still there, you could go back in and play it, but there were a lot of people who never played it at all who were then like, hey, maybe I'll give this a shot.
We're doing an event where we're all replaying Guild Wars 1 together with real people.
Some of our most dedicated streamers started holding events just
Yeah, that girl has been playing Guild Wars for a long ass time. The one that they just had on the screen. I forgot her name.
That was a big part of my
I
life
do remember,
back then.
like fucking 5 or 6 years ago, she was playing the game.
Oh, I see. Oh, look at this.
Are we there yet? Gwen
Look at
says.
this. Let's just be part. Let's just be part of it.
Guild Wars 1 has
Well,
been
there's a worm here. Where the hell do you go?
100% for the last 6 years. The original goal was 5 nines, 99.999%, which is 5 minutes a year of downtime. Yeah, we've had about 32 hours total over the entire course of Guild Wars 1. So what is that, 99.995 or something? It's extraordinary. And then for Guild Wars 2, where there's way more active development, and actually, you know, it's like 99.95 or something, which is extraordinary given the huge amount of change. Like, went from 17 gigs to 70 gigs that we've shipped now, and all kinds of new
Cool.
game modes, and it's all down
Let's
to
use a collector for the
quality
boots.
engineering, a quality mindset.
Big upgrade right here. Gives me 30 up armor. Cool. Don't really need anything else. So I guess I can just sell this stuff. Adult carapace. Maybe I should keep it for now, just in case. Just in case there's the off chance. Booty upgrades, nice. 10 armor, now I have 12 armor. Cool. I don't think I can sell the new, or the old armor, can I? I can. Oh, no, yeah, can't do it. Alright, let's just salvage that. Cool.
Just really giving people the time to do the job right, because then when it's done, you can move on to the next thing and you just get this compounding product of greatness, really. It's just fantastic. So for me, it's just more than a technical achievement. It's an entire studio achievement. And the reason other companies don't do it is because it wasn't built into what they do.
We're going to continue to support this game as long as we can because we also believe it's part of that foundation of what it means to be Guild Wars or what it means to be Arenanet IP.
Here's another collector. Let's see what he has. Ooh, the rawhide. Yes, I can get a belt pouch. Okay, he's got fire wand, battle axe, inscribed staff. Holds 5 items. Give me, please. You need 4 more worn belts. Hell yeah. Wait. Hold up to 5 more items. Cool. Got Farmer Dirk over here. My life is ruined. Some ruffians must have come around and let my prize-winning hogs out of their pen. I've been chasing them after them all afternoon, and I'm completely exhausted. If they wander too far, who knows what will happen to their poor souls. You see, some of the wild creatures around these parts would make quite a feast out of my precious little babies. Perhaps you and a friend could help me to get them back safely. So this is I think this is a quest that doesn't give you a quest, but you just have to do it. So basically we just have to, like, corral these prize-winning hogs back into the pen. Adrox, dude. How you doing, Adrox? See if I can get him in. Gotta bump him in. Come on. I don't remember how many you needed to do. There's one. I've definitely been wanting to see how Guild Wars Reforged is doing. What are your thoughts so far? So far, it's the same thing. It's not a remaster of the game, which was what I was kind of hoping for. But it definitely runs a lot better. Looks visually better too. And I don't know, just feels kind of great coming back to a classic here, especially for me who's played this game for or had played this game. All right, cool. There's that one. See if I can get another one in here. Yeah, back in the day, I haven't played Guild Wars 1. I think I tried it out 6 years ago. Somewhere around there, 6 or 8 years ago, I tried it out. And I don't know, I just couldn't get back into it for whatever reason. It could have been because I was playing some other games or something. Yeah, it looks like they added some new outfits. Hey, what the hell? This guy came out. Okay. It's all over. My pigs have escaped. So I need one more. I'm pretty sure it's 5. This one would be on the freaking edge. The other way. There you go. Come back here, Curly, Farmer Dirk said. Is that it? Yes. 5 prize-winning pigs, or hogs, back in their pens. Alright, let's see. Farmer Dirk, why thank you. They are all back safe and sound. Let me know if you find out who did this. Alright, he gave me 25 gold. Thanks, man. 25 gold is actually a lot, especially right now. Let's go see what else in the Tanner has to say. Little Thom has ordered a bearskin cloak, but I don't have a good bear pelt from which to make it. If you can find me a pelt, Little Thom will make it worth your while. Southwest of Ashford is a place called Wizard's Folly, and I understand bear hunting is good down there. What do you say? Sounds like a challenge, but I think I can handle it. Alright. And there's a beautiful feather over here. I remember this was for, I think it was for a quest. Alright. How you doing today, Adrox? It's worth a try to give, especially right now. Adrox, there's a lot of people playing because of, you know, the whole announcement of Guild Wars Reforged. Like, I had a viewer who was willing to kind of run around with me and play the early part of Guild Wars together. Unfortunately, they had other plans that they forgot about, so they couldn't do it. Besides, I'm kind of doing a very casual playthrough. Like, I'm sure other people are just kind of just, like, not exploring and collecting all these quests and stuff. Yeah, the community has always been pretty helpful. Collector. So this is unnatural seeds. I only got one of these. Ooh, there's an Ascalon longbow. Damn. 7 to 10 damage. It's actually really good. Huh. Okay, so I just need 2 more. 2 more and I can buy that. Chantelli the Troubadour? Troubadour? Something like that. A while ago, I was given an old Minotaur horn by Canthar Trader. Out of it, I have fashioned a hunter's horn, which I would like to give you, or give to Aiden. I've used all my art of fashion to fashion this horn, but the final step is beyond my talents. To fully reach its potential, this horn must be bathed in the water of a healing spring. Such a spring is rumored to be located in the south part of Regent Valley. Aiden, last I heard, was visiting the fishing village south of the tower of the tower in Wizard Folly. Oh, this girl gives me a freaking longbow. Huh. Sounds like fun. Alright. That actually sounds really good. Purify the hunters. Oh, it's over here in Regent Valley. Damn. Okay. The other one's Unsettling Rumors. This one takes me to Ashford Abbey. Oh, damn. I think we're done. We're done as far as like, oh, here's some more scale back up here. Oh, I got a chance. These are level 2. Damn it. They don't want to drop me any scales, man. Jesus. Cane. Earth Staff. There's a rabbit. Oh yeah, Adrox is pretty chill streamer. Treble Blade. Alright, definitely gotta go back to town. I gotta go back to town and get rid of a bunch of this stuff. Whoops. Highly salvageable. Alright. 3 iron ingots. Can I collect this rabbit? Like it just turns around. It's like, what? What do you want? Alright. That's it. Cool. Alright, well, fuck, we explored the whole first part of the map. Yeah, before I keep going forward, this freaking inventory is gonna be a huge problem. So I'm gonna put away these white dyes, the tanned hide over here. And then I'm gonna see if I can get some people to help me out. And complete the 2 co-op quests. We gotta bring someone along. Brother Menlo. Alright, let's do this here. How much time do we have left? It's almost done.
I don't know if there's a lot of places
It was a long video, dude. It was an hour long.
who've been here
It took me like an hour and a half to go through it.
years.
I started at Arenanet late 2004.
At various like company-wide meetings, we'll be like, okay, for this month, here's the list of anniversaries. And there's people who have been here longer than me, and some of them have the same hire month as me. So every time it comes up, I'm like, yeah, 17 years, that's impressive, but here's the guy with 18. I'm like, oh, okay.
Here's the guy with 18, damn.
21 years.
This year, I'll be hitting my 20-year anniversary, so
There's very,
thank you,
very few
BRB.
game
Okay.
studios out there
Yeah, no problem,
that
Madrox.
have folks who have
All right, so we
stayed
don't need
that
Warren
long.
belts anymore.
We also have a huge history of
We already
boomerangs.
got bought the bag,
as we like to
so
call ourselves, people who've been here a long time.
something I
and
can get rid of.
We go somewhere else and we realize
The natural
there is
seed.
really
I honestly don't need that
something special about
either.
this place, and we
I'll hold
come
on
back.
to it just in case there's
It's here for
another
about 9 years, and then left
another
for
collector with it.
a handful of years.
Or that needs it.
We've seen over time, myself included, those of us who eventually find employment somewhere else, there's always this natural pull to come back because there's something special here.
And this is a great place. And as one of its leaders, like, I'm gonna do my damnedest to make sure we have another 20 years after this.
We care about our people, and
Hell yeah.
in doing so, that makes everyone put forth their best effort. And so we end up, I think, providing our community, our players, with that
honestly,
same
hopefully
sense of love. It's sort of like paying it
with
forward.
Also, beyond just the people, I
like
love
the hype
franchise.
for
Like,
Guild
I
Wars
love
1
the world that we've built.
and the
feel
fact
like
that
a
people
certain level of
were kind of
stewardship for it at this point, 'cause I've
expecting
worked on it for so
was
long.
Reforged to be kind of a
I honestly
remaster.
can't really imagine working on
Maybe that'll drive them
I just love
to
Tyrion.
actually make a remaster of Guild
This
Wars
is,
1.
for many of us,
I
the
would
world
fucking
we'd
love
to
that
be in.
with like
Even
modern graphics
after
and stuff.
20 years, there's still a lot
I don't
of stories
care
left to be told.
if everything's the same. I don't care if there's nothing that was changed apart from the graphics being better. I'd still play it. I'd still play it. It would be pretty nice to add a couple new things though. Like if they added housing to Guild Wars 2, it'd be nice if they added it to Guild Wars 1. That would be a fucking dream though. Damn.
I have just like the longest list of like, oh, I want to like touch on that at some point.
Your future could be with us.
The biggest risk of building a game like this is it's really easy to stop taking chances. To stop trying to take risks because the scope is so big and because it's so monolithic and there's so much time that goes into it.
Hey, you're looking cute today. Fucking Blazy or Wazy. Don't fucking come in here with that shit.
We can deliver, and then what's
You don't mean it.
we can hit it. We don't have to worry
You
about
little
it.
sucker.
But it's not what this genre needs.
How are you,
What
Blazy?
this genre desperately needs is people asking, how do we do something new? How do we take what we've all been playing?
Yeah, I do what I
20 years
want.
and try to turn it on its head and evolve or innovate, and being willing to fail sometimes by trying new things. And that's the DNA of Arenanet. That's what we're all about.
Our story is not done. Guild Wars is going to keep going.
You doing good though? Cool,
We're
man.
going to keep trying to push boundaries, and I think that our legacy here has to be being a bunch of good humans.
Let me pause this here. Blazer, how was your day yesterday, man? How was your day yesterday? How you doing today? Good morning, buddy. It's good to see you. Blazer Wazy is an awesome dude. Awesome dude. Awesome streamer. Check them out. Hope you are too, buddy. Thanks, man. Me and Blazer have been playing games for... I think it's been over a decade. I think it's been over a decade we've been playing video games together and stuff. Just recently we've just been kind of doing our own thing. So we got a quest here for Town Crier. Grim news from Devona in Ashford. A clan of Grawl has swept north from the woods and onto Lakeside County. If they are not stopped, the village will surely be destroyed. Someone must fight these creatures and protect the people of Ashford. Alright, I'll stop the Grawl. Ooh, we got another quest. It's been a couple years, yeah. Nice. So where was the storage at? Oh yeah, we got this quest up here. Dude, look at all these players, dude. I'm telling you, there's a shit ton of players. On Steam, it shows like, I think 5,000 players playing. Let me see here. On Steam. Okay, right now it's at 2,000. But that's on Steam. If you... Because the game you can also be downloaded through the Arenanet app. So probably a combination. 2,000 here, maybe 2,000 over there. It's a pretty healthy amount for a decade-old MMORPG. How was Guild Wars Reforged? That's good, man. So far, it's running really, really well. Nothing too drastic has changed. I've seen a couple of new armors I'd never seen when I had to last play this game. But yeah, it seems like about the same experience though. I know you were big to the original. Yeah, I fucking love this one. This is still my favorite Guild Wars. But it seems like Guild Wars 2 has had a lot of great updates that I think after I play Guild Wars 1, I'm going to jump into Guild Wars 2 and restart. Yeah. So I think what I'll do is I'll just play Guild Wars 1 and all its campaigns, finish the story, and then jump on to Guild Wars 2. Armin Saberline. Sir Tydus wants you to take on a second profession before you face the Char, right? I think he is right to say so. The second profession gives you access to all of the skills and most of the attributes of that profession. This is a big decision, not to be taken lightly. You might wish to see trainers for several professions and learn a little something about them before setting on one. Not just any trainer can teach you a second profession, but I can direct you if you need be. I'd like a second profession. Cool. So I think I'm gonna do Ranger Warrior. I actually want to play that one build where you have your animal companion and you kind of act as one. It's either that or Touch Necromancer. Touch Necro was pretty awesome. You just like cast a spell called Touch over and over again. You just spam the hell out of it and it heals you back up. And then I think that's pretty much it. We'll do Warrior. Warmaster Grast is at the shrine to Balthazar in Green Hills County. Try to find him. Follow the road northwest from Ascalon City and continue along the road as it curves to Green Hills County. Cool. Alright, Town Crier. Here's a costume maker. Interesting. I have a fabulous, I have fabulous new costume for sale. Are you interested in picking one up? According to my records, you haven't purchased any costumes yet. You'll need to see my broker in the web store to acquire one. I'd like to pick up the Vision of Liza costume. I'd like to pick up the Augur of Cormyr. Interesting. I'm sorry, but you haven't bought that costume yet. You'll need to find my broker in the web. Okay. Guess you can buy outfits. Cool. Festival hats. If you run out of room in your inventory for all of your festival hats, I can help. I want to show you a new hat, or please make a new hat. Don't have any festivals. Okay, so I guess I haven't gotten any hats yet. Neat. Yeah, those guys are new. Never seen them before. Alright, well, we're winding down to this video here. I'm actually gonna make some coffee.
Just trying to do cool things.
I think the legacy of Guild Wars, to me, is kind of continuous.
Yeah, only 2 more minutes.
Yes, it has been 20 years. And you can kind of pause and look back and see how our community has supported us, how our creative endeavors and kind of explorations and stuff had continued, and we're building this world. But you don't sit and look back too much. For me, I'm proud of what we've created, but also excited for what we're going to create.
I'm excited for the next 20 because the same drive that I had when I first started here is still throughout this building. I feel like while we've gotten past the first chapter, we're still just continuing to write this novel.
Thank you for 20 years, everyone at Arenanet. Damn, bro, 20 years. Fuck. It's actually been that long, huh? Special thanks to John Taylor for his studio leadership 2019 and 2023. May he rest in peace. Cool. That was a good video. There's a lot of points I actually never knew about with Arenanet and whatnot. My services are reserved for those who serve for Ascalon Vanguard. Okay, so I can't learn skills just yet. It's Lieutenant Langmar. I am Langmar of the Ascalon Vanguard. After you have some more experience under your belt, I have some tasks for you. Ah, Sandre has a quest. I'm sorry to bother you, but I've heard some impressive things about you, and I think only someone with your skills and bravery can help me with my problem. I think my brother Orion has fallen in with the royalist. He's not wicked, just reckless and impulsive. When Sir Tydus expelled him from the academy, he became embittered towards the army. But I don't think he realizes how serious this is. I don't want him to throw his life away for foolish pride. Do you think you could find him and tell him what I said? Perhaps convince him to come home. I don't know exactly where he is, but I imagine Relena Stormbringer in Forbes Fair might. Orion was always trying to impress her. He might have told her something. Alright, I'll try to bring your brother home. Neat. Okay, hold up. Let me close this window down. Nice, nice. What other quest do we got here? Baron Egan. The Devourer Cave southwest of town has always been a source of danger to the people of Lakeside County, but they have learned to be vigilant and to defend themselves from the beast. Unfortunately, I've been hearing recently of a new sort of Devourer with a poisonous sting. I'd like you to find one of the creatures, kill it, and take its poisonous stinger to Brother Menlo in Adv. Cool. Yes, you can count on me. Alright. Weapons, weapons. Alright, don't need anything from here. Wait, is this... Are these the crafters? Let me see here. Customize. Ah, that's how you upgrade the damage. Nice. Forgot about that. Added 20% more damage to it. It's pretty big. Oh yeah, this is how you craft the stuff here. It's interesting they call it weapons. Like these are both called weapons. They should rename this one to crafter, but okay. Oh well. Oh, I can also damage to char. Damn nice, but I could make an Ascalon longbow. Does additional damage to char. 7 to 10 damage, costs 100 gold. Need 5 more wood. How much do I have right now? Got 1. Damn. Here's Prince Rurik. A group of Char have broken through the gates. They must be stopped at all costs. Meet me at the gates just outside the town of Lakeside. What say you? Will you help me drive these Char from far from Ascalon? Longsword, cool. I'm with you. I think I have to do the other quest first before I accept this one. Oh, the one where I have to like be accompanied by someone else. Let's see. Namar. Okay, still gotta do his quest. What the hell's the storage at? I thought there was a storage keeper here. Shit. Town Crier. Yeah, maybe there isn't a storage. Well, that sucks. More of a reason for me to get that scaleback skin. This year here, or the Skale Fin. I need the inventory space. Just need to put away these dyes and some of these quest items. Like, I'm pretty sure this tapestry shred, I can't use anything for it. Okay, give me a minute, dudes. I'm gonna make some more coffee. Dance. Fucking classic dance. Ranger. How do I hide the UI? There was a way to hide the UI. I need to find the damn keybinds. I guess I can ask in chat. Maybe there's options, party search. No. Okay. Alt U maybe? No. That doesn't do anything. That's weird, there's no party search, friends, observe, map travel. There's no options to show. Oh, I guess this is the actions one. Over hero, camera zoom, free camera, reverse camera Z, nice. Open chat. Toggle chat is tilde. Log out, screenshot, sprint screen. Oh yeah, there's an automatic run button. Looks like it's a numpad. Customize layout. Party. World map. Oh, there is no hide UI. That's weird. Huh. Could have sworn there was. Okay. Maybe it's an option I have to click on. Hide account name. Enable dragon. Show chat timestamps. Okay. I don't know. No clue. Alright, well anyways, BRB. Okay, coffee should be brewing. Beef Lakes. Interesting name. Alright, let's see if we can get any help. What was the quest I needed help with? Find your way north of the wall. Search the road to Pike and Square for Ben. Lead Ben back to the gate. Okay, adventure with an ally. Return to Ascalon City. Form a party with another player. Well, you know what? I think I need to... Hold on here before I do that. Whoop. I think there's a quest just outside. Yeah, this guy, Old Mac. There's only so much time left. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this quest here first. I'm fucking surprised I remember this shit. I gotta escort this guy. I think it was... I don't think it was Hunter's Horn now. He's basically gonna try to confess his love to Lady Althea here. See, here, miss. I understand you're responsible for what happened to my poor Bill. Bill the bull, lady. You had him killed, and I demand recompense. I think she says you must have mistaken. I think not, sir. Your poor Bill was loose and attacking citizens in the Ashford Road. He was put down, and rightly so. Perhaps you'll keep a closer eye on your livestock in the future. Get fucked. Okay, maybe it wasn't. Confess in love. Alright, Old Mac. You. Okay, let's just wait until he gets to his spot. He won't stop. Unless the quest marker stays on the window? I doubt it. You're the one who killed my bull Bill. 'Twas as Althea's bidding, sure, but that's not to me. If you and that Althea woman won't compensate me, I'll take my case on the constabulary and get satisfaction. That bull protected my farm for all these years. Who will protect it now? You know what might do the trick? A devourer might. If I could raise it from a hatchling and train it myself. Tell you what, you bring me a devourer egg and we'll call it even. What do you say? You've got a deal. Alright, Old Mac. And here's your devourer egg. We got this from the quest over here. The very beginning. Ah, that's lovely. A devourer all my own. I think I'll call him Joe. Come, Joe. Let's get you someplace warm and dry. Shh. This is a good egg. Cool. And it'll level me up nice. Big rewards. Warren of Marksman. Maybe I can actually kill that other guy now. That other enemy. Yeah, I think that's it. Alright. Oh, let's see. Well, I mean, you know what? I'm in District 2. Maybe I can go to District 1. Holy shit, there definitely are a lot more people in District 1. Oh, there's someone who just asked, need ally for quests. What the hell? How do you invite someone? The trading session was cancelled. Oh, they tried to trade with me. Neon Pastel. Let's Let's trade. Oh. Cool. The Resurrection Signet. Here we go. You got yourself an ally, you say. Well then, I'll give you the Resurrection Signet so that you can raise your allies. You might have some work. Neat. Let's see here. Go to team. They were asking, how did you kill everything? Or how are you level 4? Man, this takes me back. Yeah, it rocks. It sure does, man. The traditional way of finding a group. Just fucking yell it out. No party finder whatsoever. I'm not sure how new this person is. Maybe they have to, lead Wolfson. Ranger trainer. What the hell was the quest called? There you go. Oh, looks like you get to this side. They should be this one. Lade Wolfson. Oh, it is across the wall. Okay. Cool. The Northlands. Nice. The fucking glitching of the character. Oak Heart. This guy's a level 5 here. Holy shit. I'll tank this shit. It's crazy. He's got a healing ability. We're gonna get some good shit from here. That's right. Loot isn't it isn't shared. So if something drops, it can be either for me or for the other person. Okay, let's see. I think still gotta go further this way. A Char Blade Storm. What the fuck? Warthog. Oh, there's Ben. But look at all this shit. Damn. Level 3, level 3. Okay, let's get rid of this Okurt first. Shit. Mom's triggering the smoke alarm. That is my household in a nutshell. Unnatural sea, look at that. Cool. I think the first one we need, they're all the same. Cool. Okay, that wasn't attacking me. Oh, that person better back up. Taking an attack. I think dodged. So close. Oh, we're both attacking 2 targets. It's not good. Almost got mine dead though. There we go. Ooh, Grawl necklace. Yes. And a longbow. So here's Ben. Oh hell no, those are too high. Ben Wolfson. Lead Ben Wolfson back to the gate. Oh, I think this is the section that people are saying that they want to group up to fight Char. I think this is like the only reason to be over here. Past the gate. Because those enemies are level 8, and I'm pretty sure that's like the highest level that the enemies in the new player zone are. Because I'm pretty sure you can get to like level 10 in the new player zone before you go on to the next area, and it gives you a big ass boost. Just takes a bit of grinding. And then after level 10, I don't think you can get any more EXP. Where are we going here? Okay, this way. Cool, we got it. Yes, I knew it was my gut. I'm still alive. Thank you so much for finding them. We got a fucking longbow. Longbow of Enchanting. Enchantment lasts 5% longer. Damn. See how much damage you do now? 10 damage. Our normal attack. 19. Fucking 32 damage. Oh, that one dropped a girl necklace. Artifact. That person's got 2 Grawl necklaces. You have been playing for 3 hours. Please take a break. Oh, I forgot they did that. The funny thing is, Guild Wars 1 has been doing that since like the first 2 years of the fucking game being out. So they tell people to take a break. Grawl necklace. Sir, no having fun. Take a break. Yeah. Gold. Nice. I think if I head back to town, it's probably gonna abandon. Yeah. Oh, they better heal. I'm gonna let them kill that, whatever they're killing. Damn, I wanted to fuck, dude. That sucks. Oh, they left. I was like, thank you for the party. And then they left. Cool. Yeah, that sucks. As much as I like to keep partying and killing things with that person, I only have like about 40 minutes left before I gotta take off of work. So I wouldn't have been able to do too much. Okay, jewel staff, let's get rid of this. Longbow. Improve sell value 67 gold. Are you sure you want to? Yes. For 67 gold? Hell yeah. Okay. Alright, just need one more Grawl necklace. And I can get that out of the piece of equipment. I should probably just start salvaging shit. Or maybe I'll just wait until late. I identified one that says more salvage material. But we need to upgrade this bow. Customizes damage 20%. Yes. Cool. Inventory's still pretty up there. I don't know why I remembered seeing a storage here. Huh. Guess not. Maybe that's just the other city. Alright, I'm gonna go get my coffee. BRB. Okay, I'm back. My bad. Alright, cool. So, I need to collect some more scale. I think it was 3 that I needed. So, let's see if we can get anything here. Oh, there's a lot more enemies now. Huh. Hey, first time you come in here, there was only like 4 of these guys in this river. That's nice. Alright, well, now I know for next new character. Next new character that I play. Maybe I should, like, do the main quest first and then go back into town and respawn everything. Look at this damage though, dude. God damn. Should definitely be able to kill the other guy now. The one that was healing himself after every spell cast. Dude, there's a crap load of enemies now. Jesus. Huh. There's 3 over here. There's all those over there. Damn. Playing a gimp version of the map, apparently. Earth Wand. You could slide cast in this game. We just kind of like shoot and then move. That's why I love longbow. Fuck. That should be it. Give me that pouch. Hell yeah. That's 2 bags I've collected. How the fuck? Oh, you can only put 1 in? Maybe that one's only for a big pouch. Okay. That kind of sucks. Oh well, I guess I can sell it for some gold. Alright, I gotta go over here anyways. I think I gotta do the Poison Devour, right? Yep. That crunching sound effect is when I crit. Oh. Fuck. Forgot to go pick up Gwen. Shit. Hold up. This is important. Gwen needs to be in my adventures. Dude's chunky. What the hell? Come on, Gwenny. My daddy was an adventurer like you. Once you let me go on an adventure with him. I think I'm going to follow you. Yes, please. It's good to have Gwen with you because of the flute that you give her, the new flute. She heals you. She doesn't heal you for much, but it makes a hell of a difference. That sound effect is pleasant. I mean, crit an enemy. Oh. Tall shield. Alright. Let's identify some of this stuff. Improved sale value. Perfect. A damage plus 11% would be really nice. On a better one. Guess I can throw that one away and grab this one. Damn. Brunch. I need to try this game with a controller. Because I'm pretty sure they added controller support. Whoa. That was weird. It's kind of like lag or something. Okay, that was a crit, but only hit for 32. Huh. Disease Devourer. And X, okay. Plague Devourer. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna make some room for that. Get rid of this. Drop 2 of them. Interesting. Flame artifact. Alright, improved cell belly, nice. Winnie, you're blocking the way. Sorry, I'm over here eating breakfast too. Almost done. Alright, so this quest is done. Deliver the poisonous stinger to Menlo and Ashford Abbey. Okay. This is Forbes Fair. Oh, look at that. There's a flower here. No! There you go, Gwenny. I got you another flower. The flower matches some other flowers. Mm-hmm. I forgot what happens with those guys. The unnatural seed. I think if you leave them alive for too long, they just keep recasting Healing Breeze over and over again on themselves. Okay, well, I can't do Kaylee yet. Ascalon townsfolk. What are they doing over here? Both of Jargus oxen went lame yesterday. Rough luck that. What a handsome couple Prince Rurik and Lady Althea make. The wedding is going to be quite an event. I've heard that the train on Lady Althea's dress is going to be 20 feet long. Damn. Both of Jargon's oxen went lame yesterday. Rough luck. Alright. Another flower. Alright, let's see if we can kill this guy now. There's like a brood collar over here. That was level 4. That I couldn't kill. I got 1 extra level. I got a better bow. Should be able to get it. Sucks to be leaving all that loot behind, but fuck, there's no storage for me to throw stuff in. Uh-oh. Here he comes. Let the reset. Yep, not ready for him yet. I need the mana. Yeah, that dude aggro's from hella far. Like about, like right here. Look, here he comes. Fuck. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. I gotta heal. I can get some crits. Maybe. Damn. Oh, it falls off. The buff. Oh, no, it's back on. Fuck. Oh my god. Maybe with just determination and going over and over again, I can kill it. Oh, he's fucking close, man. Die. Yes. All that for a fucking blade. Okay. I'm taking that blade. I don't care, man. Let's dump something. Storm artifact. I have conquered the unconquerable. Good enough for me. He actually did give me a lot of EXP too. Take that. Okay, there should be another quest over here with Devona. Yep. You know what? Let me go fucking sell the stuff at the merchant. Oh ho, I'm rich. 327 gold. Cool. Star shield, don't need anything else. This guy's all about husks, don't need anything from that either. Yeah, I might as well just sell those husks. Don't need adult carapace. Don't need bake husk. Don't need Skale Fin anymore. Inventory is limited. Let's see, what quest was this one? Wayward Wizard, Trouble in the Woods, maybe? Yeah. Go to the Lakeside County and follow the road to Ashford. Talk to Devona about the Grawl threat. Go with the Devona and destroy the Grawl threat. Alright. Courage is the true hallmark of an Ascalonian. That's what I believe. My father died defending the Great Wall, and if I have the chance, I'll do the same. Is there something you'd like to talk about? Yeah, the trouble in the woods. The Grawl left have been mustering south of the bridge. Let's see if we can turn them back their attack. Follow me. The Grawl threat. Alright. What is that char doing south of the wall? Oh, that's where those people were there. I think as long as I tag these enemies, I'll get the EXP for it, even if she kills them. I don't think you get EXP if you don't tag it. Maybe, I don't know. Flat bow. Alright. Trina Yun. I love the city, but not as much as I love the woods. Region Valley is wonderful at this time of year. Cool. Hey, I think the village is safe for now. The Grawl are not very intelligent, but even they understand a show of force. What really troubles me is the presence of that Char Ranger. Could he be inciting the Grawl to attack for some reason? I will warn Rurik of this threat. Thank you for your aid. Cool. 500 EXP. Almost level 5. What else we got? This one is Foib's Fair. This is the Catacombs. This one I gotta go back to Ashford Abbey, which is over here. This is Regent Valley. This is Wizard's Folly and Regent Valley. Speak with Mirik and the Scribe in Ashford Abbey. Okay. Cool. Alright, well, let's go to Ashford Abbey. I think Ashford Abbey is another spot you can teleport. Warhammer of Fortitude. That's actually a pretty nice Warhammer. Wait, what the fuck did I just sell? Whoops. Well, I sold something. What's the one that I was looking at, though? Uh-oh. Hopefully it wasn't those Grawl necklaces. I've still got those. Okay. That's weird. I thought I had highlighted it. I guess not. Oh well. There's no buyback in this game. So what's done is done. Okay. Here's Menlo. Mirik the Scribe. Oh no, this is Menlo. I leave the delving into dungeons to others. To my mind, uncovering the secrets of an ancient text is excitement enough. How may I help you? Unsettling rumors. Devona sent you? Bless her. She knows I could use the help. I have an important message that must be delivered to Armin Saberline in Ascalon City. I received a vision from Devona. She warned me that something dire is developing among the Char. The city must be alerted. I'll stay here and see if I can divine any more information. In the meantime, consult your map of Lakeside County to hasten your travel. Open your map and interact with Ascalon City to travel there. It is important that this message be delivered with good speed. Remember to use your map. Okay, I'm on my way. Cool. There's Menlo. Brother Menlo, is the poisonous stinger intact? Yes, it's perfect, and there's enough here that I can begin work on an antidote. Cool. This is the one where you can learn to be a monk. Greetings, my child. Can I help you today? Or are you here to offer your service to those in need? A monk's mission. One of the tasks my messengers have been given is collecting the rare elements in Ascalon for study here at the Abbey. My young friend, Paulus, thinks he has discovered such a treasure in one of the flooded areas of the catacombs, but he cannot reach it on his own. Paulus, you see, is a smiting monk and not very adept at healing magic, and the waters in that area of the catacombs are full of disease. I will grant you a simple healing spell. Meet Paulus inside the catacombs, and he will show you where the trouble is. Return to me when Paulus has successfully retrieved the artifact. Alright, show me the light. Because you are not a monk, when I teach you the monk skills, you will lose the mesmer skills you have. Shall I continue? Yeah. Teach me the monk skills. Ooh. So you can't have like mesmer and monk skills right away. When you accept it here, it's like a temporary acceptance of the abilities. But once you commit to a secondary class, it's permanent. Fucking Gavilan, dude. Gavilan M16, how are you, man? Good morning. Hope you're doing good, Gavilan. A statue of Devona. And when the world rang with the clanging of sword, and did fire fall from the skies, Devona, a goddess of life and air, heard the wailings and pleas of the weak. And when the rumblings of war did not cease, came her charge, Doric, who did prostrate himself at her feet. And cast she now a glance upon the war, torn lands, and wasted flesh of the fallen, and with tears upon her cheek did lay her gentle hands upon a prostrate man. Then saith she unto him and all her changes, lay down thy weapons, and I have done unto ye, so ye must do for your brethren. Offer protection to the weak. Give solace and shelter to those who need it. Be ye a salve to the wounded. For I am your goddess, and I will give blessings to all who follow these teachings. Scriptures of Devona, 115 BE. Damn. La Papaya way? Fucking Gavilan. Hey, thanks for the biddies, man. When you playing Pokemon? Jeez, man. I'll play Pokemon sometime next year. Damn, I swear, I used to be able to get buffs from these. Huh. Okay. When you play Free Fire? Jeez, man. Free Fire will come along at a later date. Gavilan M16. Oh yeah, there is lore to the teleports. It's the largest city in the kingdom of Ascalon. The city is known for its beautiful architecture, numerous libraries, and bountiful shops, because it is where many noble families make their home. It tends to receive the largest number of visitors, and it has become the cultural center of Ascalon. Cool. Lale 57? No, it's 6-7. Gavilan, you got it wrong, man. 6-7. Los Tucanos de Tijuana? Exactly. Exactly, man. Alright, let's see where this quest is at. I think I need this, the healing ink, to be able to cast healing spells. Could be wrong though, I don't know. Was there a quest I needed to do here? It told me to teleport back to Ascalon. Huh. Maybe this guy, Armin? Seems to have something on him here. I wish that wasn't banned from Ace. It don't matter. Fucking Gavilan. You're never banned, man. You were never banned. Gavilan. A message from Mirik, is it? Let me see that. This is grave news indeed. I hope he's mistaken about this. Devona protect us if this information is accurate. If such thing is even possible. The King Adalburn has ordered this offensive against the Char. Not a moment too soon. We must not lose this fight. I tell you, we must not lose this fight. Cool. Hey, another level up. Cool. Level up that marksman again. I think I'm gonna stop there with the marksman leveling up. It's a level 5. Yeah, then I'm gonna put some more points into maybe Beastmaster? Yeah. Because I do plan on running that one build. Actually, no, I don't even know if I can even run that build. Damn. I think the ability that I'm thinking of is one from one of the expansions. We'll see. Either way, I am going to do a pet build. See if there's anything else around here. Baron, no. Okay, I guess I can pick up that quest over here from Prince Rurik. Had to skip it because I think it would have been interfered with another quest. I was partied up with that other person. Celeste Nosfera. Alright. Oh, he's got 2 quests now. Char in the Catacombs. Okay. This Char agent that you and Devona witness leading the crawl worries me greatly. I've questioned the guards and many of the townsfolk, but none have seen him. I suspect that he is using the catacombs to move through the countryside unseen. My men are all busy safeguarding the wall, and I can spare none of them. If you are willing, I'd like you to go into the catacombs to see if you can find any evidence as to where the Char is hiding. Perhaps Brother Menlo at the Abbey has seen something. Interesting. I'll find the evidence you seek. Okay. This is the one I had already clicked on and read before. I'm with you. So I think this one's just outside. I think we go down this way. Probably fight some Char. Alright. Cool. Look at all these fucking quests I gotta do, man. I'm gonna finish all these quests, by the way. Said I was gonna take a nice casual approach to this game, and I ain't kidding. We're gonna take our sweet ass time just killing stuff and reading quests and finishing these quests. It's been a long time since I played this game, and I wanna savor this sort of fresh restart. Sort of. I still kind of remember some stuff from the past. But it's already 9:30, dudes. It's 9:30, so I gotta get ready for work, unfortunately. Well, fortunately and unfortunately. Fortunately, because I'm getting paid and I love my job. Unfortunately, because I really want to continue playing Guild Wars 1. But, oh well. Tomorrow morning I'll be able to stream some more of Guild Wars 1. As far as the other games go, they're pretty much gonna be on daily mode, where I just focus on the dailies and don't really like stream it too much. The First Ascendant, I'm only willing to put 30 minutes of dailies a day for it, so I'm not gonna be able to do a bunch of the other content for TFD until I'm kind of done with Guild Wars 1. But we'll see. If there's anything brand new coming out, I'll check out TFD and stream the game. As far as, like, I don't know, maybe new outfits or brand new updates. But it's pretty much on vacation mode. Vacation mode's what I call a game that I put, like, I'm still playing it daily, but I'm not focusing on it. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your day. Tomorrow I'll be back on early in the morning to stream again. Try to jump on a little bit earlier, that way I can stream a little bit longer. But we'll see. We'll see how long it takes for me to do on my other dailies. But yeah, have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.